Tēnā koutou katoa e te whānau. Nau mai haere mai, welcome into the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre for your Thursday night basketball fix. We have the NZNBL coming up later, but first it is the Sky Broadband Rapid League where the Franklin Bulls will host the night and day Otago Nuggets. My name is Taylor Johnson, and joining me in commentary tonight is Brooke Rusco.
Excited to be here tonight, Thursday night. Good night of hoops, top of the table with the NZNBL, but you're right, it starts here with Rapid. And even the squad that the Franklin Bulls put together for Rapid is a starting five for a bunch of squads here in the NBL as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. Not sitting very well on the ladder right now, but I'm sure that they can turn things around.
Absolutely. It's 10th place versus 8th place in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, but it's a top of the table clash when it comes to the South NBL, and every single point counts because the points differential here translates up into the South NBL. So who are you picking for this one?
There's no Ty Webster tonight, which is huge, and we'll break that down and talk about that a little bit more. So I have to, if I have to pick a team right now, I'm going with the home court favorites. I'm going to go with the Franklin Bulls tonight in both games, but this one should be a close one here as well.
Yeah, you can take a look at the visiting team starting lineup with Coleman, Rusk, Bardsley, Freeman, and Aitchison. Aitchison played really well in their game against the Saints.
And it's just good to see him back. That's the one thing. It's good to see him back. You always worry about that. And you can see it right there, that right knee of his. He's limping at the moment as well. But what he can do, he's been around the league for a very long time. Capable shooter. Can spread the floor. He's a smart player as well. So he's going to be a huge part of this team as well as Matt Barnsley right there as well.
And the Franklin Bulls team, now this is a really strong starting five for the Rapid League. Leosunga, Napier, Davidson, Kalman, Porto, Maile, and Davis.
Well, even you just want to talk about Kalman Porto alone. Hard to miss with the haircut. I love what he does. He brings his own sort of energy and flair to the game. But he was with the Breakers this year, and he's playing in Rapid, which is huge for them. And Drew Leosunga Napier, I like to call him Julio. If you've never seen Hook, then that won't make any reference and that won't make any sense. But great to see him playing in this, and I expect nothing less than him to average 13 plus.
Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. And I mean, points per game is quite high considering, look, it's only 16 minutes of basketball.
Well, and the worry for the Franklin Bulls is giving up 42 points per game. They need to slow that down. Obviously, it's going to be tough to win every single night, when, especially in the Rapid, when you're giving up a 10-point differential in, like what you just said, a 16-minute game. But on both sides, Julio is going to be dominant, I would imagine. He'd have the ball in his hands a lot, push the pace. And if you haven't seen him play before, plays above the rim. One of the best athletes that we have in the country right now. And you can throw him a lob, he's going to go and get anything. But I would imagine a lot of high pick and rolls between him and TKP.
Well, I can tell you Andrew Mulligan is a big fan of the Julio.
I'm telling you, we've got to lead. Julio. Take off. And if you haven't seen Hook, have you seen Hook, by the way? Oh, you're missing out. Robin Williams. I think it dropped in like 1991.
Oh, yes.
That's
I
why.
have seen that. I was like, what Hook are you talking about? I think it's a basketball movie with a hook shot or
No,
something.
it's like the OG
We're talking,
Peter Pan.
Okay, I get it.
Stop yelling at me like that. You
Hey,
haven't seen that though.
You'll be able to cheer his name plenty tonight, hopefully, because he is #1 in the Rapid League for points per game. So I'm expecting that chant every time he scores. You got to give it to us.
I don't know if I got that much of me. But the other one is, we haven't even spoke about it, is Isaac Davidson. Is a constant starter in the Franklin Bulls for the last 4 or 5 years. They've got an absolute squad, so to bring him off the bench, but to have him as a luxury in Rapid League, smart player. Once again, he can spread the floor. He's been a part of the Breakers squad and in the Breakers environment for the last, since he was probably at Rangitoto. So he's been around there for a long time. It's in the family, it's in his DNA. So I love what the Franklin Bulls do, except for the uniform that they play in. That's the only issue I have with this Franklin Bulls team when it comes to Rapid.
It's reminding me of the squiggle cookie.
It is.
Let's hope, though, that they can shoot the ball straight and let's not go squiggly tonight. It's Otago playing in the yellow in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. As they get us underway in the paint, one-on-one at the moment. He's getting that shot over, able to convert. Was Coleman. The Franklin Bulls with their first set of offense.
And Franklin Bulls, compared to other teams, run sets when it comes to Rapid. A lot of teams, if you want to talk about the Southland Sharks, one or two Jets when it comes to Rapid, they get up and down quick. They get shots up in the first 8 seconds of the shot clock. Wellington Saints as well, but an older team, more of a veteran team, so when it comes to Rapid, they slow it down a little bit more, give the ball in the paint, and we saw that once again. They get through the shot clock.
So And the Otago 90-day Nuggets just going too quickly there. Nice cut coming in though. Just unable to get his hands on the ball.
They love Benji Freeman down there as well. If you haven't seen him play before, still young in age, but plays like a vet out there. Big body, strong body, capable passer as well.
Hillsonger up here decides to go himself, gives the bounce pass. The foul call.
I expect to see a bunch of that. Just quick on balls with TKP and Hillsonger up here. Let them play. Flip the screen. Isaac Davison do it a bunch as well, but those three will have the ball in their hands a bunch.
Davidson for the first shot of the game. Bounces in. Lovely three.
Shooter's touch. He knows these rims better than most. Like we said, he's been here for years. It's probably not the first three he's going to make tonight in either game.
Bardsley spinning around, gets a shot over the top, but again, just couldn't find the net. Davidson goes himself, Calvin Porto, little pop pass. And that one wayward.
Just got the hands in the cookie jar. One of the better finishes we have in the country. Soft touch when he gets down in the paint. Just got a hand to it. That was all it took him off. And they go down the other way. Barnsley gets to the left too, and he's been big with the left all year. Forced the game into overtime in the Sal's NBL. I think it was round 2. Ripped to the middle, finished with the leftover contact. So extremely capable with that left hand.
Almost a backcourt there from the Otago Nuggets. Kicks it out to the right edge for three. Just overcooked that one slightly. And it will be Franklin Bulls to inbound.
Good look though. That's the look you want for Aitchison. In the corner, dribble penetration, draw the defense, get them in the paint. Kick out to the wide open shooter. And you live with that.
Davidson brings the ball up the court. 2 minutes almost gone in this game, and only the one score coming in from Davidson. Hillsonger up here gets it back to Davidson. Can he go back to back? You bet he does.
And making us look good. He said it might not be the last three that he makes tonight in either game. I'm going to go as far as saying I don't think that's going to be the last three he makes either. With the easy miss there from Coleman, push the pace. I like the rim run.
The perfect opportunity there, but just dazzled with Calvin Portal right on his tail. There's Hillsonger up here for his first three attempt. He just rolls around the rim. And there it is, the first bucket for the Otago Nuggets.
This is where I think you need to go back to Davidson as well. He's made a couple of that last shot.
Quick footwork being shown by Davidson, and he gets the pass to Hillsonger up it. Love to see some little ankle breakers coming in again. The step back for three, gets fouled though. He'll go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
That's what I mean, just go back to him. You have to respect the three he's made too. Back through the legs, and you just have to close out tight. He's made a couple of threes. And that's just on respect for what he's done in the first 3 minutes of this ball game. He's got 6 going to the line to potentially have 9 in the first quarter, and all 9 for the Franklin Bulls as well.
We're just talking about the high-scoring, rapid league game between these two. Yeah, you just had to do them dirty. We're just speaking about it though with the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head stats with the amount of points that are scored by these two teams. Yeah, in this opening quarter, I haven't seen a lot, but there haven't been that many looks.
Well, the best thing that the Franklin Bulls have done so far is they've kept the Otago Nuggets at 2, a team that gives up 42 every single night. They have to be happy with what's on the scoreboard. They've given up a couple easy ones which they won't be happy about, but all you can play is the scoreboard.
In and out. Not finding the, he's sinking the ones from outside the arc, but not so much from the free throw line. There's the Nuggets deciding what to do, coming across, just trying to find some space. Aitchison drives himself, just does a spin move, gets up and under, gets the end one.
Nice look too, just old school, just put your head down, nothing really going. Saw the younger fella on him. Ripped to the rim. Brody Perry picks up the foul and just took his time.
We speak about the experience that's in this Bulls team. Aitchison as well for the Nuggets. To have him in the Rapid League is pretty impressive too, over 75 games for the Nuggets.
Champion with the Nuggets as well, and it's the Aitchison Davison show right now.
The experienced men coming to the fore. Lovely footwork there and off the glass from Liam Davis.
Instant impact off the bench. Once again, nothing really going. That's where you really want to get to a high on ball. Quick sets at the start, but nothing going. Set the high pick. Let the point guard make the decisions.
Smiler, as you said, just trying to make a decision because there wasn't really many free players there. Just getting a hand to it as well. Were the balls and the fadeaway from Aitchison.
Aitchison's got some buckets to give out. He's been injured for a while. He's up to 7 now.
We thought there could be a three-pointer to end that quarter, but wasn't to be. Aitchison, as he said, showing out in this rapid league game, and as you mentioned, it literally is the Davison and Aitchison show.
Yeah, 9-7 right now, first quarter down. But you just see how quickly it happens in rapid. Nuggets had 2 points about 45 seconds ago. A couple stops, they go back down and scoring. Aitchison, they were tough. They weren't easy, sorry. A couple of those were tough, but still enough to keep them in the ball game at the moment. The Bulls just need to continue to get stops, get out and run, and just look at some of the players that they have on this bench. They got a squad.
Don't forget, if you're feeling hungry, get yourselves a large cheese pizza. Use that QR code there, or write it down. Sales pass valid until next week, Tuesday. So there's plenty of nights that you could be having some pizza.
I ain't even hungry right now, but I'll have that.
I think cheese is my favorite out of the sales pizzas.
Pepperoni, try pepperoni. Oh.
I'm a fan of pepperoni.
Try the garlic knots.
Oh yeah,
garlic knots.
Game changer. Give us a garlic knots deal.
That's the one. Good job there from the Nuggets, just weathered the storm. Rapids played so quickly.
Almost as quick as the FIBA starter from Sky Broadband. Starting from $30.
Quick, yeah.
So into the second quarter in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Just 2 points the difference between the Bulls and Otago. The Bulls playing in the black squiggles. And the Otago Nuggets in the nuggety colour of yellow. And just not going to hand there. Good look though, and good decision, but just couldn't quite execute.
Good looks, just not in the money, but Lasonga Yape was on the rim. Missed him cutting to the middle. Everyone fell asleep. He caught them sleeping. The turnover going the other way. Another stop for the Nuggets, and they have to chip away at the lead.
Good movement being shown by the Nuggets, but they're just pressuring him on defense, and he got the travel as well, and fair call.
They just need to get into the offense just a little bit quicker, both of these squads as well. Once again, nothing really going there for the Nuggets. Push the pace, get over quicker, get into the offense in that first 4 to 6 seconds and allow yourself a chance.
Well, it looks like the Bulls have been working on defense this week, right? You mentioned it, they gave up over 40 points a game. And there's an open look there as well, decides to go in.
Good pass there as well from Brody Perry. Harrison's going to give that one up to Davison. Like we said, he's got 9 points, 2 threes, got the free throw line as well. And missed the shooter there, but he's got an opportunity. That's what I like about Rapid, you learn. A lot of these guys are the younger guys, the youth. There's a whole bunch of experience for them to learn and build and grow in the Rapid League.
Davison kicks it out to Lasonga Napier. Looks like, what's a stoppage?
There was a shot clock violation there. No reset on that drive from Gray. And ball's going the other way. And it's gone a little bit stale here in the last 2 minutes either side of the quarter. No one's really getting it going. Sometimes you just need one player to spark the game into life.
Well, Rusk was hoping to be that guy, but will it be Smiler? In fact, it's going to be Rusk from outside. And again, just not finding the bucket.
That's where you need to push pace off rebounds. See the quick on balls. And find the shooters.
Davidson for his third three. Couldn't get their rebound from the Nuggets. No one crashing the boards either for the Bulls.
It's a good look though. Davidson wide open three. Collapse the defense. Quick on ball. Those are the look that the Bulls will live with.
Oh, the pocket gets picked off Freeman. It was Davidson that got the hand to it. It will be Bulls ball as well.
Just a little bit sloppy at the moment. Undesired basketball from both squads, turning the ball over. Trying to find the rhythm of the game. It still feels like he's trying to find the rhythm of this ball game.
They don't have a lot of time to find it. Only 4-minute quarters. Oh, lovely handles from Davidson. Commits 3 defenders. Open shot. And overcooked that one out on the right edge as well.
Good look though, but good things are happening when Davidson has the ball in his hands. Haven't really gone to DKP, and we know what he can do in the post as well. So options still to come for this Bull squad.
Aitchison, another spin move. Looking for a whistle. Doesn't get it. No, it will be the Franklin Bulls ball. But that's the beauty of having someone like Davidson, is he commits so many defenders because they know what he's capable of, and it leaves people free. They just need to execute those shots. And
the way that he's shooting at the moment, you have to stay at home, so he'll allow space. You can't overcommit. You can't help too much the way that Davidson's shooting at the moment. And he should invite the likes of Drew Sangi up there, DKP, to have a little bit more space for them to go to work as well.
You raise a good point. We haven't seen Carmen Poto really in the paint this game. And he's definitely got that height advantage by a country mile. The Franklin Bulls, they hustle hard, get the ball back. Carmen Poto from outside for 3. Again, unable to get the offensive rebound. So now it is the Nuggets, bounce pass, and it's messy. Ends up back in the hands of Freeman. Again, no one wants it, and finally they score.
It's just a messy game right now. It's the first 2 points of this second quarter, 3 minutes in. And even that was a little bit sloppy and, as Casey says, fortuitous. Ends up in the hands of Coleman though, and got our first 2 points of the quarter.
Crazy, 2-0 the score in the second quarter here. The Sky Broadband rapidly, little behind the back pass. Shot clock is running down, 3 seconds left. And gets it with the 4-back. Lovely work by Maile. And they're going quickly on the other end. Blink and you miss it.
Had an explosion here in this last 20 seconds.
They hurt us. Piper getting the quick 2. And then Freeman, he commits the foul, so they will go to the Chemist Warehouse strike through Halasiale Maile.
But I like what he did last time as well. Just took his time in the paint. Benji Freeman puts it on the money. That's 6 points. That's a touchdown right there, but underhand pass.
Yeah, looks like it was an underhand bowl.
Cool as you like it. Puts it on a dime, the easiest 2 points that Piper's going to score tonight, but it's the luxury of Rapid. You can get out and run. The game's played so quick, you just have to look for those opportunities, and it'll make Kevin Love proud.
Literally goes up and down this game. We're on it up at the moment. Let's stay up here. For the Nuggets with about 38 seconds left in the second quarter. What can they do? Trail by 2. Coleman just looking for a teammate and throws it straight out of bounds.
Yeah, nothing wasn't on. Cut wasn't there. Still there, his PG was just going to end up right under the hoop. Turnover's going the other way.
Oh no, miscommunication there. And a slam though, we'll take it. We'll take the slam.
Barnsley with the two-hand stuff.
Probably the easiest one he would have collected, to be fair. Uncontested. And it really is getting pretty messy here, isn't it, Brooke?
Yeah, just need to tidy it up. Halftime couldn't come soon enough for both of these sides, but just turnovers like this you can't have. I think we're still allowed to pick that ball up, and even though he didn't, just got to grab that one there so they don't get it and let the refs make the call.
Got to kill it. And we've got a player timeout here. Smart move as well. Advance the ball up, have a chit-chat.
It's always this is how I imagine it anyway, a double-edged sword for some of these guys who play big minutes in the NZNBL in the next game, is you understand the importance of the game that is coming up. The DKPs, the Songi Alpes, even the Benji Freemans and Aitchisons, they're going to see big minutes in this next game. So as much as you want to win this game, there is no if and buts about it. These boys want to win this game. It's you, Davidson as well, excuse me, but you have to make sure that you have legs for the next game as well. And maybe that's why we haven't seen DKP with the ball as much. That's why we haven't seen Rulu push the pace as much. Is in the back of the mind, just in the back of your head, you're just kind of thinking, I've got that game coming up next too.
3 seconds left, step back for Freeman. Couldn't get there in the end, and I don't think the player timeout was called fast enough. And so it is half-time, and we're all locked up, 13 points apiece in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Low-scoring first 2 quarters.
Has the most chance for expansion with our players.
So the second half of the Sky Broadband Rapid League is underway. And Aitchison straight into it. Freeman. Good passing and changing at the moment from this team. And getting a hand to it was Aitchison. Carmen Porto, should I say. Just getting a touch. And again, some light touches on defense coming in from the Bulls and just disrupting all the dribbles. And that's a lovely look from Carmen Porto. They just couldn't finish.
Yeah, but he's hit the nail on the head there. It's just turnovers that are killing both teams at the moment. It's 5 turnovers in what's 5 minutes now for the Nuggets. As you see the loose ball foul there on Davidson, but just have to protect the ball. Kind of felt like there might be a few more turnovers than 5 for the Nuggets at the moment too, but just have to protect the ball and give yourself a chance to get looks on rim.
Freeman inbounds to Ruskin again. Carmen Porto just getting his hand to it. Not really protecting the ball that well, are the Nuggets, I don't think.
He's got his hands in the cookie jar. That's just experience. Been around for a long time now, like we said before. Coming off the year with the Breakers.
Lovely bounce pass from Freeman. And getting up and can't finish, but he will go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe as Matt Bardsley. There's been so many of those shots where they're doing the hard work. The hard work is finished. They're getting up over the defender and it's just rolling off the rim. Can see there, does the hard work, has that height disadvantage, and it just bounces off that backboard. Bardsley successful with his first attempt. And someone else who's been with the team for a while, since 2020.
A big part of the main squad as well. And no Ty Webster tonight playing for the Nuggets. So expect his role to step up even more. Everybody's going to have to step up in the absence of Ty Webster. So it's a big night for Barnsley.
Songa up it. Some good defense out on the edge by him, and he finds an open lane. Tries to get the pass to Carmen Porto, but Aitchison disrupts. Bardsley this time. Davidson just disrupting again. No foul. Was it a foul? Yes, it's a foul.
Yeah, back to the free throw line for Barnsley. And good job of pushing the pace. Turnovers is the hardest thing to slow down in offense, especially transition offense. There's off a turnover and that deep into the paint. Pushing pace is 4-on-2, 3-on-2 most times. And Barnsley found the mismatch. Didn't allow the defense to set up and back to the free throw line to make this a 2-point ball game. It stays at a 2-point ball game.
Rolls around the rim. Napier brings it up court. Bardsley disrupts, but it hits his foot, and it will be the Bulls to inbound again.
And Otago with their biggest lead of the game right now. Bulls had a 6-point lead at the start of this ball game. And the reason they had their 6-point lead is they went to Davidson, and Davidson hasn't had a shot in the last quarter and some change. So you need to go back to your money man. Just get them looks. Speaking
of money man, Lilsonga up here hardly registered any points, but decides he's going to put his team back up there.
They're right on cue, and these players like the Lilsonga Yapes, DKPs, Davidsons, Freemans, Barnsleys, Aitchisons, doesn't take them much. It takes them one look, and before you know it, this game's an 8-point ball game. So
nice footwork there from the Nuggets as Davison tries to go quickly, gets around the defense of Aitchison. Lilsonga up here decides to bring it back out and reset on offense. And Porto, they're attempting the screen. Lilsonga up here. They're not successful on the 3-point. We're halfway through the third quarter. And they'll go quickly here and they'll get the end one too.
I like the move there from Caleb Smiler. Slowed down. Let the momentum of Lilsonga up here run through. Got him on the up fake. Created the contact and gets to the line, but just veteran type play. Slowed down.
Couldn't add the extra point. And Davison kicks it out to Calvin Porto, who I don't think has had a shot other than his 3-point attempt, but not in the paint. Oh, goes hard there. Then a miscommunication.
They thought the shooter was there on the 45, cut through, but you're right. DKP that low in the paint off an offensive rebound.
He hasn't put, I don't think, any up in the paint.
Just creating contact. I'd imagine if it's still close in the fourth, he'll get his shots up, but just letting the game come to him at the moment is the good, strong take there from Barnsley. Finishes with that, I'm going to say, favored left.
Good height on that jump too. Barnsley just went quickly, and I think that's when the Nuggets are at their best, is when they go quick as Davison. He's looking for a whistle, doesn't get it. Probably the easiest shot I've seen Calvin Porto put up.
Easiest, they like it, like he didn't want to get that one up. A lot of contact on the drive there from Davison, but DKP tidies it up and he gets on the board.
Well, he was looking for someone to pass to, wasn't it? Saw no one was there and then just put up the shot on his own. No way through there for Smiler, but he kicks it out to the left, and there's a 3 for Piper.
Big 3, and for the first time, as we were talking about before, is the thing I think both teams were looking for was the flow of the game, and it feels like they're in a bit of a rhythm here now in this third quarter.
Davis tried to go up for the reverse, but the defense was up to the task for the Nuggets. Freeman with a loose carry. And it will be a foul on Liam Davis. A trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for Piper.
Piper's just been in the right place at the right time. Last couple of possessions, we see the 3-ball go out to Piper. Bottoms at that time. There's a lot of watching at the moment with the Nuggets, but it's falling in their favor. Benji Freeman trying to get busy. Get the hands in the cookie jar, but it lands in the lap of Piper, and he puts his head down. Gets back to the line, and the shot looks good.
So to extend the lead, Piper does just that. That's the biggest lead of the game, as you mentioned earlier.
Stems behind Piper, who's been big this last minute. Allowed the Nuggets to get this lead, and it's the biggest lead of the ball game for either side. 7-point lead here for the Nuggets, and extend pressure, and if they can get a stop here, go down the other end, and even see themselves hit a 3. They make this one a 10-point ball game going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the Bulls have had 20 looks, and Otago is 18. Yeah, Otago shooting at 50%, and the Bulls only at 30% from the field. Huge difference.
And Rapid League, the team with the biggest scores and the team that are at the top of the ladder at the moment. We're talking about the Giants, Sharks, the Saints. They push pace, get a lot of fast break points, and that's why they can get close to 50 points in Rapid. Right now, the Franklin Bulls sitting on 2 fast break points. Excuse me, 0 fast break points.
Shot clock was running out for the Nuggets. sorry, the Bulls. There's good defensive pressure coming in from the Nuggets, but they do commit the foul.
Did a good job for 22 seconds. Just over aggressive there at the end. Didn't have to do it as well. Wasn't in complete control. Bail out the Bulls and give them a chance.
Musonga up it, struggling to inbound, finds Napier, gets the ball back. Still got 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Decides to go himself up through the middle and just doesn't get the roll.
There's a lot of contact on that drive. Ball going the other way. Looked like Musonga up was going through contact. No foul call though. There's a bit of angle down there and ball's going the other way.
8 seconds left in the third quarter. The difference is 7. Just getting the ball wiped. So what can the Nuggets do with the 5 seconds left to play? Rusk is going to go to block coming in from the Bulls. Liam Davis with the big deny.
Good job there of staying out of foul trouble. Thought he was pushing it close there. They're in the bonus right now. The last thing you want to do is give up a foul, but this is a good job of protecting home base.
2 seconds left in the third quarter. What can they do? He needs to get that shot away ASAP. Won't get it. Won't get the nicest look. So that is the end of the quarter. And while it was 13 apiece at halftime, the Otago Nuggets have now got a good lead here, and it was the Bulls with only 4 points in that quarter.
And they play with fire. They're back-to-back positions while they're in the bonus. No foul calls, so Nuggets don't get anything, but right, 7-point lead right now. Back-to-back 4-point quarters from this Bulls team. With the squad they had, you just expect them to score a little bit more. I don't know where they're going to find the rhythm, where they're going to find some points here in this fourth quarter. Not that 7 points seems insurmountable, but just the way that they're scoring at the moment. It's tough pickings, and the Nuggets can extend this lead nice and early to take the life out of this ball game. To start this fourth quarter is going to go a long way to helping them win this ball game. But like I said, and I have said all game, talented team, this Bull squad, and it just takes 1 or 2 buckets to see them back in this ball game.
Chemist Warehouse head-to-head with the stats, official stats partner, and when we look at the stats, I mean, points in the paint, 16 for the Nuggets compared to the 6 points for the Bulls. And they've got height, the Bulls. They should be dominating the points in the paint, but at the moment, it's the Nuggets.
It's just pushing the pace. Rapid League, one thing we've worked out already is that the blueprint of how teams are going so well this year. It's teams that get out and run, teams that get out in the passing lane, to force turnovers and look to capitalize on those fast break points. And bit of a broken record, but 0 points when it comes to fast break points right now for this Franklin Bull squad. And interesting enough, they start this fourth quarter with Davidson and DKP off the bench.
Interesting, I was just going to say the same thing, and it's become disjointed as well. You just saw there on offense, no one really presenting for the ball for the Bulls. So Otago Nuggets come away with the defensive win there.
And you have to be able to deal with that defensive pressure. Wasn't really too much going on there in terms of defensive pressure. So you have to be able to withstand that storm.
Good movement on the rim coming from, and here comes those fast break points that you're looking for. Do they get it? Yes, they do. Finally came in the fourth quarter.
And easy as you like it. Put on the money, got out and ran. You see another turnover, and Coach yelling, push the pace.
Napier, really lovely touch to that ball. And here come the Franklin Bulls, Brody Perry.
Hey, you love to see it. It's not rocket science. The easiest baskets you can get right now in Rapid is push the pace back-to-back fast break points. And it's a 2-point, 3-point ball game, but that's now a 5-point ball game.
Bardsley with the reverse. He's been big for them. Hunter and Bardsley and Aitchison. Aitchison was pretty quiet in that third quarter. And Davis just trying to do it himself. Getting a hand to it was Bardsley on defense, but it will be the Bulls to inbound.
it's just been solid for them all year long, and Rapid or in the South NBL. Nothing different tonight, in all the right places, making things tough, and when he needs to go and get a bucket, he goes out and gets a bucket. You see the tough finish there in transition for the Bulls, and they're on the ball when it comes to fast break points. 4 now, start this fourth quarter.
Lusonga Ape just decides to go himself, fought his way through, and it was a travel. Didn't seem like there was any gap there to go through.
Yes, that awkward slow step that can throw refs sometimes, but Lusonga Ape didn't say too much, so maybe he thought it was a travel as well, but it's that awkward slow step that can catch you out sometimes. It's okay in the NBA, but on this side of the world, sometimes refs call that one.
For the Nuggets. The foul picked up by Harrison Kokugray.
We see two big subs coming in here right now. On both sides, as DKP and Davison make their way into the ball game to close this one out. Benji Freeman in for the Nuggets as well. And Nuggets doing well considering Benji Freeman. We haven't seen his name as much as I expected, if they were going to have a 5-point lead with 2 minutes and 14 to go.
So as you say, the Nuggets with the ball. Getting that pass away, but it will be a trip to the Chemist Warehouse strike again for the Nuggets.
Yeah, and a lot of contact out there. Free throw line's been good to the Nuggets here in this second half. They haven't converted on everything, but it has been good to them.
Yeah, the crowd trying to put him off there. Commons misses the first. Has another attempt. Home court advantage. As you can, that's definitely those little kids, and they do it every game, and I love it. I'm here for it.
They haven't converted as well as they would have liked to from the free throw line, but it's been enough up until this point, just to extend that lead and keep the scoreboard ticking over.
Lusonga Ape with a really nice look. Carmen Porto in the paint with the reverse and just bounces off the rim.
And what I expected all game is DKP to go to work down there. Looks like they're trying to make one last run at this.
Well, the point's so important for the South NBL later as well, because these points go towards the big league as Bardsley fights his way through. Again, just not getting the roll. Napier brings it back in. Scrappy stuff, but Carmen Porto gets all in hand. Gets it to Lusonga Ape, and he has the nice finish.
It's that athleticism that we talked about. Hasn't really had a chance in this ball game to show it off, but you give him one chance, one glimpse. Takes off. And there's very few people that can meet him at the rim. Extends with the left. Easy as you like it. Nuggets has just done a good job of being able to contain him out in transition. Not that they've really pushed the pace, but they have in this fourth quarter, and it's the best they've looked all ball game. But like I said before, and you just can't sugarcoat it. You have to be understanding that these boys are also looking to play in the next game, and to push the pace for 16 minutes in rapid, it's a hard ask in a tall order.
Oh, it's quick because, as we know, there's no timeouts. It's just go, go, go. Let's save the ticker for that next game. And kicking that ball out wide, and they're deciding to drive in. Bardsley this time. A bit of indecision coming in from the Nuggets. Carmen Porto fighting, and in the end, Coleman gets over the top.
Except for Matt Bardsley, because I don't think he ever gets tired. So I think he's fine with pushing the pace in this 16 and then going out and playing the next 40 in the next one.
Oh, he's still fighting to get that ball as Lusonga Ape kicks it out. Davidson, 4-3. Bounces off the backboard, but Carmen Porto ends up having an open look in the paint. Uncontested shot under the rim, so 4 points now. The difference, 36 seconds left to play.
Still not over. Stop here from the Bulls. You go out, you get out and run, but you need to stop.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Rusk doesn't get it, so here we go. There's that stop. 21 seconds to go. If they can score quickly here, turn that ball over. Lusonga Ape thought about the deep three, kicks it out. Yeah, Lusonga Ape running out of time here. Well and truly misses that one. Rebound by way of the Nuggets. 5 seconds left to play, and it will be the Nuggets.
That's all she wrote. The Bulls got away with a couple there. There's a lot of contact on that last drive from Ruskin. Look, there was a travel there down the other end. 3 ball doesn't fall from Lusonga Ape. They go to the line, and Another win that they notch up for the Nuggets in Rapid League. And this man, the line has been big tonight. Big start for him. He's at solid ball game across the board. 8 points right now. Stays on 8, but just done everything he needed to do.
Absolutely, he's been good, Bardsley. To say, doesn't get tired, I don't think. So the Nuggets were in 8th place in the Rapid League. And they'll go for a player timeout with 1.8 seconds to go. Not going to get them the win, but it does decrease that points differential if they can score from here.
And I wonder what the look is too. You have to try and convince the refs that you get fouled on a 3-point play. Can't go back to the coach, obviously, to try and sort out a play with the players' timeout. They've got a bunch of vets out there. I'm sure they can scheme up something. Now I'd look for Davidson or a quick return to Lasongi Api. So we have time to inbound the ball and find the inbounder. Try and catch Coleman.
What will it be? Coleman puts off for 3. Doesn't fall. And neither will that secondary bucket to tidy it up. So in the end, it is the Otago Nuggets, the visitors, getting the win over the Franklin Bulls in the Sky Broadband Rapid League opener. And do not forget, coming up, we have a big game. It is the top of the table clash in the NZNBL. Only one team will have the title of being undefeated.
battle tonight it is the top of the table clash. The Otago Nuggets taking on your Franklin Bulls. Both teams 3-0. Who will break the deadlock? We're about to find out very soon. Team submissions, please, for team announcements. It is time to welcome your 2020 and 2023 Sales NBL.
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster. E for excitement, entertainment, energy, and epic. Cells NBL 2024 is rated E.
Tēnā koutou katoa te whānau. Nau mai haere mai, welcome into Pukekohe at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre, where it is the Franklin Bulls hosting the night and day Otago Nuggets in what is a top of the table clash. Only one team will be undefeated after round 4 of the South NBL. Will it be the Bulls? Will it be the Nuggets? I am Taylor Johnson, and joining me for your Thursday night hoops is Brooke Brusco.
I ain't lying to you when I say I'm excited for this ball game tonight. You're right, top of the table clash. No Ty Webster, which is going to be huge, and we'll talk about that and we'll break that down a little bit more. No Ty Webster for the Otago Nuggets, but man, they can still fill it up. Ben Henshaw has been huge for them. He averages 26 points. Luther Muhammad on the other side, second leading scorer, putting up almost 30 a night. So some buckets are expected to be on hand tonight.
A lot of people backing the Franklin Bulls over the Otago Nuggets. Could have something to do with Webster being out, but also the introduction of an input that we'll talk about later as well. And make sure you scan that QR code.
Yeah, without a doubt. And if I was leaning one way towards the other, I'd go with the Franklin Bulls right now. And the big thing about it is home court advantage, but the second one is no Ty Webster. He is just an influential person when it comes to confidence, and to have him on your squad. So he's not out there tonight. He's up in the stadium. He is up there, but to not have him on the squad is huge.
You can see they're 1 and 2, and the Rapid League obviously just played before this, and it was the Nuggets who got the win, and that's important because it does count towards the overall points here.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Bulls went #1 when it came to Rapid League and what we just saw, but there's a few reasons for that, and I expect the guys who didn't really play the role that I thought they might play in Rapid to play a big, big role for the Bulls here tonight.
Games coming up Friday. Auckland Tuatara host the Southland Sharks. Hawke's Bay Hawks up against the Rams, and the Phi and the Sharks.
And it doesn't get any easier for the Southland Sharks. Tough loss against the Wellington Saints. Now they go up north and take on the Auckland Tuatara, who have been up and down with the expectations that people have, and Coach Aaron Young would have for the Tuatara. Dropped a bunch, dropped a couple, excuse me, but it's a tough one for the Southland Sharks tomorrow night at Event Finder.
We take a look at the starting 5 for the night and day Otago Nuggets. Knox, Henshaw, Darko Kelly, Lawrence and Andrew. And as we mentioned, no Webster, but who needs to stand up in this team tonight, particularly in that starting 5?
Well, Ben Henshaw has been huge for them. We talked about it. He averages 26 points, but he is shooting the ball with absolute confidence. There's a bit of a flow that they have with this team because they have the connection with the Perth Wildcats. See, Jack Andrew was there with them. Ben Henshaw will be huge, but if I had to pick a person, it's Darcy Knox, and it's just because you have to step up in line for Ty Webster. You don't have to fill the shoes, you have to do everything that he does, but if you can fill the void in any way, shape or form, Darcy Knox can do that. It's going to help them a lot tonight.
Well, someone who will hopefully know the key to beating the Franklin Bulls is their head coach, Brent Matahaere, and we caught up with him earlier.
Otago Nuggets head coach Brent Matahaere. Welcome back once again to the Stockyard. You've had pretty good form here in recent years, but both teams 3-0 at the moment. What's it going to take, to break that deadlock?
Look, I think both teams are heading in the right track. I mean, it's great to get early wins, but she's a long season, especially, with 20 games. So, we're just trying to get through our processes and enjoy our basketball, and that's the key. Like, we do enjoy a trip to Auckland, so, it's good for us.
It's been a big depth in your squad over the last 2 years, but how big of a loss will Ty Webster be tonight?
Oh, look, we didn't play with them in game one and, we scraped out a win over the Sharks. So, boys have got some confidence. He'll be here and somewhere cheering us on. So, that's what's cool.
Absolutely. And just finally, big season so far for Sam Timmins. Obviously, you know him pretty intimately. Will he have a big target on him tonight?
I'm not sure about intimately, if that's the word. But, yeah, I've known Sam for a long time, since he's, 10, 12 years old. So, he's doing great things here at the Bulls. Loving the way his work ethic seems to be heading along, and he's got a big year ahead of him. So, looking for good things from him. And hopefully we can negate some of his strengths and accentuate a couple of weaknesses he may have.
Absolutely. Thanks, Brent. All the best.
Yeah, cheers. Kia ora.
Brooke Risco, I've got to ask, did you ever know any of your coaches intimately?
I didn't, but I hope that Sam Timmins gets intimate with the rim tonight. That's one thing that I do hope. He's been huge for them. Just that big body, that big presence in the paint. We know what he's capable of. Championship winner with the Otago Nuggets and Coach Brent Matahaere, so he is huge for the squad and the Franklin Bulls.
Oh, that starting five is pretty strong. Scott, Rusbatch, Muhammad, Brantley and Timmins. I mean, Scott, he's new.
Well, Scott is new, but where do you kind of start with the squad? I'm excited to see what Scott can do, but Luther Muhammad has been the guy for the squad. There is no and, if, buts about it. Averaging close to 30 points, 7 assists. He has the ball in his hands a lot, and he is one of the, if not the key reason that they are sitting 3-0, and he is playing with absolute confidence with the squad that they have.
Absolutely. We caught up with the head coach of the Franklin Bulls, Sebastian Glemm, earlier.
Here with Bulls coach Sebastian Glemm. We're at the top of the table. Clash tonight here in Pukekohe. Looking forward to it. What's the key to getting the win tonight?
I mean, Otago has a couple of very talented players, best offense team in the league right now. So it starts on the defense end. We have to find a way to stop their talent and get in our offensive rhythm.
And the inclusion, of course, tonight of Dom Kalman-Polter as well. First game for the season. Looking forward to seeing him out there. What's the key things you think he'll bring to the table?
I mean, he gives us versatility. He can play more positions. We can play through him on some positions. But yeah, just one day. So we have to see where he's at right now. He had a great tournament with the 3-on-3 team. So I'm very proud of him, how he fought there and how they played. And so we have to see where it is right now. But he did a good job in the practices, so let's see where he's at right now.
Awesome. Looking forward to tonight. Go well.
Looking forward to this game. Let's take a look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head with the stats. As we already mentioned, these guys are the top scorers in the league, particularly the Otago Nuggets. What does this say to you, Brooke?
Yeah, no surprises as you look at a couple of the key features in any ball game, points per game. They're right there. Field goal attempts, they're right there, and the field goal percentage is huge. And this is the reason that, to me, this is going to be the blockbuster game. Free throw attempts is huge for the Otago Nuggets as well. They do a great job of getting to the free throw line. They actually do a better job of getting into the bonus and then working their way into the free throw line. They stay aggressive. They put the pressure on the refs, and they continue to see the free throw attempts and free throw, just the points in general from the free throw line go up as the game continues. So it's going to be a big, big point of emphasis to keep them off the line.
We had a chat to that man right there on screen, Kalman-Polter, earlier. Let's hear what he had to say ahead of this big matchup.
Here with fan favourite DKP back in the Stockyard once again. Must be looking forward to this epic battle tonight.
I'm always eager to get on the court, play. Got a new bunch of brothers this year. They've been holding it down since I've been away. So I hope I can add to the team and get this win tonight.
What's the key things you've taken from your time at the Breakers? Obviously, you're looking dynamite for a start, and your form's just come on in leaps and bounds. But what have you taken from your Breakers stint that you can bring here to Sal's NBL?
I think one thing that the Breakers helped me with is just mentality. Like, I didn't play a lot, or I didn't play any. Thanks, Modi, appreciate it. But, you know, it's all love and support. They wanted to get me in the right shape for this season, and I can't thank them enough for it.
And just a quick one, the fans here tonight always are epic. Any little message for them?
Bring everything you got. We're going to need all the crowd. We're going to need everyone at home. Yeah, just come out in force tonight.
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate it.
Big game coming up. We're just moments away from tip-off here. Our referees Ryan Jones, Sharon Martin and Mikey Graham to lead this one. And a good crowd as well coming out in the stockyard. The Otago Nuggets in the baby blue, sky blue, do I call that? Lovely blue anyway. And the Franklin Bulls have ditched their Squiggles uniform from the Rapid League game and are in the black.
Favorite uniform in the league for me, this Otago Nuggets baby blue that they rock. Had it there last year. Big fan.
Reminds me of a great school, Mount Albert Grammar.
And all of a sudden, I don't like it.
We're underway here in the top of the table clash. And as the Bulls were the first possession and getting that ball immediately to Timmins and bagging the two with just 10 seconds gone.
Yeah, they don't play around. Both of those two guys demand so much attention. Sammy Timmins on the rim. Luther Muhammad, we know what he can do, and averaging 7 assists on the season. An easy, quick run right there to his big man on the rim.
Knox tries to be fancy with the handles and fights for it on the ground. It's a bit messy for the Nuggets, and just going to tidy up here is their wonderful import, and he has been a real revelation for this team, Kimani Lawrence.
He is huge. Between him and Ben Henshaw, they average close to 50 points a ball game. So you know where the points are going to come from tonight. You have to slow both of them down if you're the Franklin Bulls.
He got 30 points against the Jets. We're hoping to emulate that performance here. There's Muhammad with the ball at the top. Goes for the deep two. And no one crashing the boards for the Franklin Bulls, so it will be the Otago Nuggets.
That's where Kimani Lawrence has been big all year as well. On the rebound count. A good defensive position there from the Otago Nuggets. Forced Luther Muhammad, into a contested mid-range jumper.
Henshaw goes one-on-one, and getting in the middle is the big man Timmins. One-on-one down this end as well. Goes for the step and gets foul. Joshua Scott with his first real touch of the ball.
He welcomes himself into this ball game. Gets to the free throw line. Get rid of the nerves nice and early. And it's the unforced turnover there. Sam Timmins reads it. Going the other end, Darcy Knox picks up the foul. Did a pretty good job to contest, but just late. Those arms dropped and Joshua Scott gets to the line. What's big about that is not just him getting to the line and calming the nerves, as Darcy Knox picks up that foul. And we've already talked about it, no Ty Webster tonight, so Darcy Knox picks up a couple early. That just changed the whole rotation of the squad.
St. Petersburg in Florida. Here's Josh Scott. As the Bulls increase their lead by 2 points. And again, that pressure up high being applied by the Bulls. It will be the Nuggets to inbound the ball.
And Jarrell Brantley back for a second year. Used to have him. Jarrell Brantley was big for them. Really played his role. He never extended his hand, did exactly what he needed to do last year, whether that was score, rebound, let the game come to him.
3 ball for the Nuggets doesn't fall. And here's the man you're talking about there. That lovely rebound, wide wingspan. He goes down the other end too. Gets the rebound and then converts.
Just that Swiss Army knife can do it all. Gets that rebound, pushes the pace, and like I said, he was just huge for them last year, doing everything that he needed.
Lawrence with the step back, just rolls off the edge of the rim. They try to go quickly here, the Bulls. And the big block coming in as well.
They're pushing pace. They're going to make this one a track meet tonight. And they had that luxury of 3 imports out there. And arguably the best shooter in the country, Ethan Rusbatch, tall black. And whether he's shooting well or not, one thing you have to do is stay home at him. You have to respect his shooting percentage and his shooting capabilities from 3 is just a miscommunication there. with the turnover. But you have to stay at home on Rosbach all game long, and that allows the Mohammeds, the Scotts, the Timmins and the Brantleys to have space and go to work, as we see the cheap foul there on Knox from Scott.
Probably one you didn't need to give so early on in the game.
And it's always an interesting one for imports, especially that first game that they have, still trying to work out the league, see what they can and can't get away with. Clear foul, though. That's a foul in any league.
So the Nuggets, new offense, through Henshaw. I think it was a moving screen.
Yeah, and that was definitely one there. Just drop that shoulder. Just try to overextend there and overcommit. You see Darko Kelly just right there.
Playing a bit of rugby there. That was a drop that shoulder real good.
And the game's changed so much. Guys see so many screens now.
Scott just sends the Nuggets on some ice skates. Just driving hard on his own, Mohammed. The Bulls will get the ball back as well.
Good job there from Jack Andrew just to move his feet. Stayed down, didn't bite. Mohammed was full of tricks. Just did a good job of just staying down, staying at home, contesting late, blocking that shot.
Rosbach to Timmins. There goes Scott, and then back to Timmins, and he just rolls in and out of the rim. Those ones hurt.
Good look, though. Late in the shot clock. Found his big man on the rim. Might have got away with a couple of fouls there. Kalmani Lawrence, just too big. Gets back to his strong hand, and as he has been all year, just continues to fill it up.
Good movement outside the circle for the Bulls. Mohammed gets it to Brantley. Just pushes the ball out of bounds. He was calling for the foul. There was a bit of a push.
It looked like to me that Ben Henshaw got his hands in there and came off him, but maybe it was off the knee or the foot of Brantley late. But good job just to fight through Henshaw, keep his arms up, not pick up the foul, force that turnover.
Darcy Knox gets that ball away to Lawrence. Darko Kelly wide open three and banks the first look, and that's a confidence builder.
Bang, bang. Cannot give that man that much space, especially the way that he is shooting the ball this year. As we've said, just nickel under 25 points a game. He has been huge. Sorry, 26 points a game. He has been huge.
And then the man you were talking about answers back, Rosbach with his own three.
It's too much space. All he needs is a blink of space. That bad boy is going up, and half the time it's going down.
Henshaw hits that one fly, couldn't get it, but the offensive rebound coming in from Lawrence. Second chance points there.
Came from the fight with Jack Andrew and Sam Timmins. They played a lot of basketball together.
Mohammed finds an open lane. It just opened up for him.
Like how both these teams are going about it, but dribble penetration is killing the Nuggets right now. They have to keep their ball out of the paint. It's easier said than done.
Lawrence just decides to go the easy route. Straight up the middle. They'll get the ball back. Knocked out of bounds by the Bulls.
He's come out with a point to prove tonight. Staying aggressive. 6 points for him already. And a couple of rebounds. Averages 9 on the year. And a bigger role tonight, a bigger task without Ty Webster. They know they can't get it done, though. They won their first game this year without Ty. Just out for the one game. But a lot falls on the shoulders of this man right here.
Oh, it was a lovely dribble behind the back. And then when he collected it, just had the ball whacked out of his hands. Davison onto the court for the first time in this Sal's NBL game. Played well in the Rapid League. Hot potato under the rim, but in the end it comes back to the Otago Nuggets.
And it's physical down there at the moment, but it's physical on both ends. If the refs continue to let them play, and it's physical on both sides, I'm happy with that.
Lawrence surveys his options, gets that pass away to Henshaw. Couldn't get that one to fall.
Got lucky, he just fell asleep there.
Rosbach returns the favor with a three, and again, same thing happens down the other end.
Both teams get lucky there. Can't give either of those shooters that much space. The next one will be going down.
Lawrence plants the foot, gets the elevation.
He is tough, especially in the paint. Can move and groove. Big body, but can find space, and he looks good tonight.
11 points apiece. 4 minutes 20 to go in the first quarter of the NZNBL game. Top of the table clash. Then I remind you, as Timmins decides to go straight up. Good defense as well coming in from the Nuggets. He gets the finish, but he's pleading with the refs for a call.
He just fights for that one. A lot of contact, like I said before, a lot of contact. Just fights for those 2 points.
Knox just using that pivot, looking for an option. Henshaw providing it to him. Goes for the three himself, Henshaw. And again, he's just a little bit off target after getting that first one. Brantley goes up into the middle, and then just that lovely finish and roll off the fingers.
Yeah, smart take there. Mismatch on size. Knows that Knox already has that first. Gets into the body. Knox does a good job of not picking up that second foul.
The Nuggets through Andrew. Spins around, intercepted though by Rusbatch. Just passed it straight into him. And then going up himself was Luther Muhammad. He had Davison there, decided against it. The pass would have been easier.
And once he gets to that right hand, he is tough. He's got that hesitation. It's herky-jerky. It's hard to defend. And you see why. He puts up close to 30 every night.
Muhammad again has the support of Davison, and they go tit for tat. Davison decides to go himself. They're there in support of each other, and I believe the Nuggets might have just called a timeout.
You see what they're trying to do. Get out and run. It's a tough team to slow down in transition, but it all starts on the defensive end. They're doing a good job right now, forcing turnovers. There's 4 turnovers for the Otago Nuggets already. A few sloppy plays in there as well. It's the brilliance right now of Kamani Lawrence that's keeping them in this ball game with 8 points on 4-6 shooting and 3 rebounds. They really need to protect that ball. If they don't, it is a track meet. They are quick.
Chemist Warehouse stats, official stat partner. When we take a look, currently the Bulls are shooting at 50%. They are the league leaders from field goal percentage at 52%. They're thereabouts with the 50%, and while the Nuggets, they're second at 48, and again, they're just sitting on 45% for this game. So the accuracy is there, considering it is the opening few minutes of the game.
Oh, get in there and eat that. There's nothing better than having a full mouth of pizza on the TV. The camera's right there for you.
Wouldn't it be nice if we got them delivered to the commentary team?
Well, I wouldn't be mad about that. That seems like a foreign concept. Might be barking up the wrong tree on that one. Good time out there from the Otago Nuggets. Just turning the ball over, sloppy turnovers, slow it back down. It's a time like this when you miss Ty Webster. He's got a master in confidence. He's got a master in giving team belief. He just won't allow anybody to drop their head.
So the Nuggets, now after their timeout, what was discussed by Matahaere. Henshaw goes up and then sinks the deep two. That's a nice shot from Henshaw.
Smooth like butter. As you see the backcourt violation. Tough shot there from Henshaw though. That's good defense, but he is cooler than the other side of the pillow. Takes his time, creates all the contact, gets to the post. Could have been a foul down low there, but converts from the post and makes this one a 6-point ball game.
Lawrence just loses the handles there. Gets that pass away to Darko Kelly. Opens up for Darko Kelly. One-on-one with Davison. Good defense, but they hustle again for that second chance points, and they get the finish.
Didn't give up on the play. It's that man once again, Kamani Lawrence. Darko Kelly didn't really have much going there. Just crashed the boards.
Otago Nuggets are #1 in the league for rebounding on offense. Average 51 rebounds, and that man is killing it tonight.
He has every chance of being #1 from behind the arc every single season. 2 threes already. And when you have a shooter like that, it makes a couple nice and early. He doesn't lack in confidence ever, but he has a green light and he gets greener and greener every time it goes up.
And losing the handles there as well. Where the Otago Nuggets, Rusbatch gives it to Davison. That up and under just for Calvin Poto. bounces off the rim, getting hustled on defense. Great work coming in from Henshaw.
Good look there, though.
Yeah, usually you would see Kamaputo finish those ones.
Yeah, without a doubt. Just came up short on that one, but that all extends from them having to close out on Ethan Rusbach. He's made a couple threes now. You can't give him any space. They send two to him. He makes the right pass. Davison gets in the paint, had the three to shoot. Ended up making the right decision and finding his big. DKP just came up short.
Darko Kelly decides to go for the three-pointer. It was his first attempt, unsuccessful. Brantley, he gets such good height on his rebounds.
That's what Brantley does. Just a little bit of everything.
Lovely look as well into Davison. He gets it back to Bradley. Good interchange between those two players.
Just stays busy, stays active. Already an offense set there. Just in that fluid motion. And Brantley in the right place, right time. And here he is once again. He has his fingerprints all over this ball game.
Balls out to a 9-point lead. Kamaputo sets the screen and then goes back. And Rusbach for his third three. Knocks it down.
Lights out. That is a certified shooter right there, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 9 points. 3 or 4 from deep. And they need to go straight back to him.
Oh, getting the whistle too is Lawrence. So he goes for the three-point play. Rusbach in his 12th season in the NBL and playing like the professional and experienced man that he is.
Yeah, and Ben Henshaw just can't fall asleep right there. I understand what he's trying to do and dig because, again, Luther Muhammad is the second leading scorer in this league. You have to show a body. Coleman did a pretty good job there of staying in front. Could have stunted just a little bit quicker and get back to Ethan Rusbach. And you cannot give that man any space. And he's making them pay right now.
Lawrence with the most points for the Nuggets in this game. It'll stay at 8, but again, they get that offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Henshaw for that open look. This time he banks it, and the Raiders back on.
And same thing, you cannot fall asleep. Offensive rebounds, the hardest thing to defend. They find the shooter. You cannot give Ben Henshaw that much space. 9 times out of 10, it's going down.
Muhammad looking at his options. In there with Henshaw. Kicks that ball out. It's on the up it onto the court. And a tough finish from the man who's fresh onto the court. And just like that, the first quarter is over. It went so quickly. 29 points to 20. The Franklin Bulls leading the Otago Nuggets. Don't go anywhere. We have it the second quarter coming up after this. No mai hoki mai, welcome back to the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre in Auckland's Pukekohe for the top of the table clash in the South NBL, and it is the Franklin Bulls leading the Otago Nuggets 29 points to 20. Brooke, what did you make of the first quarter?
Very impressive quarter from the Franklin Bulls. Did everything they needed to do in that first. there's one thing that they can look out for to help them win this ball game is they really need to slow down. And as I said before, this is easier said than done. But Kamani Lawrence and Ben Henschel combined for 18 of the 20 points in their first quarter for the Otago Nuggets, and Darko Kelly was the other. So all the imports scoring, doing all of the scoring, they need to slow both of those guys down. But other than that, they've done a pretty good job. 9-point lead. They're trying to get out in the passing lanes, force turnovers, get out and run. And Ethan Rusbatch, when they get into that half court, has done a pretty good job. An excellent job from behind the arc. But so is that man right there.
Henshaw will take a trip to Chemist Warehouse Stripe. Take a look here at his move. Just nice and strong. And I can't believe he's only 19 years old.
It's just a certified bucket. And I can't wait to see how his career progresses. But he has lit the league on fire this year. Plays with confidence. He's smooth. He spent a lot of time marking Bryce Cotton and the Perth Wildcats at training. And that's a recipe for, I mean, failure probably at training, but then you come over here and a recipe to be great.
Probably be hard on the confidence marking someone like that at training, but as you say, iron sharpens iron as Henshaw fires another three. This time Timmins.
Well, that doesn't look like he lacks any type of confidence. Like we said before, Lawrence and Ben Henshaw right now keeping these Otago Nuggets in the ballgame.
Napier gets it to Carmen Porto. He leaves the ball behind. And Davidson left wide open. Can't do that. They were fortuitous that he missed that. And just tripping over the leg. Here was Darko Kelly.
And they need him, especially with Kamani Lawrence on the bench right now. They just help Ben Henshaw, just with the scoring load, just to make sure that the scoreboard continues to tick over. Kamani Lawrence, I can guarantee you, will not be on the bench for very long, but just in his wake, especially now, Ben Henshaw has made his way to the bench, so the two leading scorers, who's going to step up? And I see no other person out there right now better fitted than Darko Kelly to take on that scoring load.
Andrew tries to get some points in the paint, but it falls in the hands of the Franklin Bulls. Davidson looking at his options. Coming through left and right, Carmen Porto. Test the defense of the Nuggets, it's good. So Scott now with the ball. Davidson, shot clock down to 8, drives into the paint, gets the whistle. And they just needed someone to nominate themselves, and that's what he did.
Just needed to keep the hands up there. That's tough going backwards. Davidson creating all the contact. It's a hard one. Keep your hands out there. You see Davidson create all the contact. It's just that last second. And even then, it didn't look like there was much contact. It looked like he swung but missed everything. But it's just on the action. Sometimes that's all it takes. As Davidson gets back to the line. And this is probably where Rapid helps as well. Went to the free throw line a bunch during Rapid, so he's got his eye and he's shot a few that are game speed, game rhythm from the free throw line, and he gets back there tonight.
So the Franklin Bulls with a 7-point lead over the Nuggets. As we mentioned, this is the top of the table clash. Both teams undefeated heading into this one, and good pressure being applied onto Kamani Lawrence.
And that's what they need to do. That's what I would do if I was the Franklin Bulls as well, was make Kamani Lawrence see bodies. Got into the paint, 3 bodies came his way. Ended up forcing that turnover, and it's the common concept of you got to make somebody else beat you. It can't be this man right here, and it can't be Ben Henshaw. You let somebody else beat you, try and let someone else beat you. And if they do, you tip your hat to them, but it's not a secret recipe. Just take the ball out of those 2 hands. It's going to help you win this ball game.
Josh Scott with the ball, good, quick right foot step, kicks out to Davidson, great ball movement, Rusbatch for his 4th 3.
And it all comes from rejecting that screen. Pretty makes the right play, and it's an unselfish play. Swing, swing, smart play to get the ball back to Rusbatch. That's his 4th 3 of the ball game. And Josh Scott is going to love playing with him.
Well, this Otago Nuggets team do not want him to keep on that shooting spree. This time trying to find points of their own. Brantley commits the foul, so they will go to that Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Great job there from Kamani Lawrence. Just not dying on the plays. We see the pass, swing, Davidson out to Rusbatch. They call that clockwork the way he's shooting right now. As a coach, just such a luxury. Sometimes you probably feel like you just put your feet up. Just knowing that the team is playing as a squad, playing unselfishly. You welcome in an import. He clearly hasn't come in here and tried to make this thing his.
Well, Lawrence not phased whatsoever by the pizza holding youngsters in behind the rim. The cheer squad for the Bulls. 2 from 2.
He's got that unorthodox looking free throw style, but hey man, when you're averaging what he's averaging this year, he's up to 12 points in this ball game. I ain't gonna say anything.
Scott finds some space, an unselfish pass to Davison, and it's a 3-point play.
And he is working perfectly in this ball game. Unselfish, had the wide open layup, but just a perfect mix into the squad, you can already tell. Facilitator, can get to the rim. He's doing a great job right now of collapsing the defense. Good job there from Davison, who's just not falling asleep once again on the play.
Get max points out of that one, the Franklin Bulls. So they're playing with some big confidence here. As the Nuggets looking for a little luck on offense at the moment. This time they drive, kick it back out to Darko Kelly. Timmons with the strong rebound. You can see the height difference in that rim. In that paint, should I say, the offensive foul.
Ran the tightrope there. Dusty Knox did a good job of just moving his feet. Rolled the dice, gambled on that one, but every now and then it lands on your number. Picks up the foul on Scott.
Great work.
Took it on the chest, still moving to the left. Might have got lucky on that one, but did enough in the ref's eyes.
I don't know how quick he set there. Andrew with the pick and roll, and that's textbook.
Great pass there from Darko Kelly. Gets around the corner, doesn't waste any dribbles. Find his big man on the rim.
Worthwhile to set the screen, and as I said, with the ball. The Bulls losing their handles there, gets the shot up anyway, and it falls for him.
He's just a scorer.
Could do no wrong there, Mohammed.
Scorers score. Got deep into the paint, collapsed, got messy, it got sloppy. To call the time that he needed was close to 3 seconds, but finishes over Jack Andrew. There's not much you can do about that if you're Jack Andrew.
And it's hot and sweaty in the stockyard because it's about the 4th time we've had to wipe that ball. So the Nuggets with Henshaw, mid-range 2. Just bounced everywhere but inside the hoop.
And who comes up with it once again? Terrell Brantley.
Alley-oop coming in there for Rusbatch. Everything he touches is turning to gold right now.
Gets on the rim. Young Ethan would have banged that. But 2 points is 2 points.
And just like that, they respond with a 3-point in the corner to Knox. Just refusing to go away at the moment are the Nuggets. But the Bulls playing with a whole lot of confidence right now. As Brantley gets that ball, no one in front of him, goes up for the 12-point lead now. The Franklin Bulls.
Just too easy. No two ways about that. A switcher gets the ball deep. It looks like they're making a calculated effort to go at Kamani Lawrence and go at Ben Henshaw, take the legs out of them on the defensive end. And they've given up 42 points already in under a quarter and a half. If the Nuggets want to stay in this ball game, they're almost doing enough on the offensive end. They got scorers, we know what they're capable of, but they need to get stops.
Lovely look, and they went up for the intercept, and again, it's just not falling for them. It's a couple times now, it's just bounced in and out of that rim. So Rusbatch just waits for his troops to arrive. Simmons Goes one away, just gets around, just has to put it up. Did the hard work with the footwork.
Oh, fancy with a big fella. Harlem Globetrotters down there, put it through the legs, put him in the spin cycle.
He almost looked surprised that he got through. He had a look of shock on his face.
I think he thought he was close to traveling. He rolled the dice there with that last one. He picks up the foul right there. Didn't move his feet quick enough on that one, but he got fancy with him and takes two to tango. I call that the salsa dance. You see down there, puts between his legs. Quick spin. Finishes with an easy two.
Timeout has been called to both teams. We have plenty to say. The Franklin Bulls have got out to their largest lead of the game with 14 points. If you are Haere, what are you saying in that huddle there?
Well, we need to protect the ball. We need to continue to get shots that we like. And it's going to be run through those three guys. But the main two are definitely being Henshaw and Kamali Lawrence. So we need you guys to run our offense, get us looks that we like. If it's late in the offense, that's fine. If we can get back to the free throw line, the reason we want to get back to the free throw line is because it slows everything down. I'm
looking at the Chemist Warehouse stats, and he's looking for some facial hair, but 64%. 64% of field goal percentage for the Franklin Bulls.
Yeah, they're shooting the lights out. Ethan Rusbatch has been shooting the lights out from behind the arc. They're shooting at such a high clip, but it starts on the defensive end. They're getting stops, they're getting out and running. And like I said, I think they're just going to try and wear down not having Ty Webster, having to find other people to pick up the load. But if the Nuggets can get to the free throw line, it's going to help them set up their defense, not sprint back every time. Because you're at 6s and 7s, especially when you're running with a team like this. They're fresh, they've got a deep bench. We've seen DKP, he's only played for 4 minutes. Julio Lusangiape, he's played just under 2. Isaac Davidson sitting on 10 right now. Their PG who started the game, Josh Scott, we see how dynamic he is. He's had 2 assists, a whole bunch of hockey assists, but he's only played 6 minutes. So these boys are fresh. And so you need to get to the free throw line, stop the clock, find your legs, but not allow them to get out and run. But more importantly, when you get there, you have to convert.
Darko Kali not converting the first attempt. The free throw line. There goes a high-pitched serenade of the kids. So what can the Franklin Bulls conjure up here? Moving the ball up the court as Mohammed. Darko Kali marking him. Timmins just standing strong under there. Davidson for 3. Bounces into the hands of Rusbatch. Resets to Mohammed Brantley, calling for the ball. Displeased he didn't get it. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Scott goes up and under. And there was nothing on.
We talk about professional scorers. That is a professional scorer as well. ISO play. Just went 4 flat. Saw the mismatch. Got himself 2.
And Sam Timmins with the big mitts just whacking that one away. Trying to go quickly in transition. He gets the ball back. Oh, and he can't hold on to it. So tit for tat with the turnovers at the moment. Henshaw struggling away from the big men there. Lawrence, one-on-one with Rusbatch. Great bullet pass into Knox on the outside. Can't keep that ball. Lots of movement, but just not a lot of shots.
And it's a shot that they'll live with. Jack Andrew from deep. It's not any of the imports who are currently sitting on 12, 11, and Darko Kali sitting on 3. So the majority of the scoring, and we knew it was going to happen, but the majority of the scoring is coming from those imports. So they're going to live with a Jack Andrew 3. And he can shoot the 3, it's just the lesser of 2 evils. It's a worrying sign right now for the Otago Nuggets. This man right here hasn't really got it going the way we've seen him get it going.
Absolutely.
But hasn't had to.
He goes for the long range too. This time it's not successful. And Henshaw, he's going to go as well. Tries to draw that whistle, but that's a tough finish over the top of Rusbatch.
That is a tough finish. That's like sandpaper. That is tough. Ethan Rusbatch does a good job in transition defense, but whew, that's a tough finish.
We were just praising the accuracy of the Franklin Bulls. The last few shots haven't gone down.
They're doing a good job of contesting Luther Muhammad. Just forced a couple there. He's been their key scorer. He's been their marquee guy all year long. So you don't want him to turn it off and go into conservative mode. He needs to continue to get those looks, but sort of find your poison. Pick your poison and find your spots.
So 13 points is the difference. The biggest lead to the Bulls was 15. They've cut it down a little bit.
Is he saying he's got a jaw? Is that what he's going with? I think that's what he's trying to do.
Good to see a crowd though on Thursday night. They'll be up and early for school tomorrow.
No school holidays.
Oh, no wonder.
Don't tease parents like that.
Hey, I have about 3 hours sleep a night, so.
You're right.
They're not jealous of that.
From one parent to another, we get it.
But this has been a good game from the Bulls. You know, I think people are expecting a little bit more to come from this Nuggets team. Yes, they are without Ty Webster, but there's plenty of other scorers in that team and people who are more than capable of stepping up. But I think the Bulls are doing a really good job at the moment of just shutting them down.
Well, they're doing a good job of attacking them down this end as well. I think they're going to try and grind this one out or grind their legs away in this ball game. Just slowly chip away at it. You ain't going to win against the Otago Nuggets in the first quarter or the second quarter. So if you can slowly build on the lead, position by position, try and look to get those 3 stops in a row. Just continue to build the leads. The big 3 minutes right here. Can they, as you just said, just chip back into the lead from this Franklin Bulls team, or can the Bulls blow this one out past 20 in the first half?
The Bulls to inbound. Oh, and it's intercepted by someone was there who would stand up, and it's Lawrence throws it down as well. That's a big play.
He's been everywhere. Just a sloppy turnover. Haven't had too many of those.
Muhammad, quick feet, gets up and under. Doesn't get that one to fall too. So this is that turn of momentum that the Nuggets are looking for. Game of basketball can change very quickly if they can get a point here, and they get a 3-point play and one. This is exactly what they needed. That timeout, very beneficial for them.
Timeout for them. They've gone and executed exactly what Coach Brett Matahari would have wanted out of that timeout. A couple stops, and we talked about getting those 3 stops, and they've gone down and converted both times. And one time it's Kamani Lawrence on the rim. And next time it's Ben Henshaw on the rim, and he's out to 15 points now. Kamani Lawrence sitting on 12. And they do the majority of the scoring, no different tonight.
So the Franklin Bulls with the lead, they want to go quickly. Davidson thought about the 3. Gets it away too. Timmons. Lawrence has the tough job of marking the big man. Does well, but Lawrence tries to throw it down with one arm. So Timmons, should I say.
He went to bang that.
Henshaw gets it away to Lawrence. Big step and a lovely finish.
And tough. He gets a slither of space. And if he can just get downhill, we see the action. Have to help on Ben Henshaw. Brantley does a pretty good job of recovering, just staying upright. That's not enough. And Kamani Lawrence does what Kamani Lawrence does. Continues to fill it up.
Brantley just wiping his hands and poking the ball. It's pretty sweaty in there.
Just chipped away. 7 points in the last minute. Going on that 7-0 run. Stops here.
They can get another one. They're right back in the game, but Rusbatch has ball in hand. Coming up with the tip was the Otago Nuggets. So again, they've got another stop, Brooke. Here come the Nuggets. Lawrence looking for options, loses the handles. Davidson dives on it. Brantley tidies up. And a missed opportunity there for the Nuggets just to, as we say, chip back at that lead.
And good job down there with Davidson. You see Darrell Brantley back on the rim. Flex on him, young fella. Picks up the and one. Gets back to the line. More importantly, picks up a foul on Kamani Lawrence. Just his first. The Nuggets can breathe a sigh of relief. But just weather the storm a little bit.
Darrell Brantley, the older brother of former breaker Jarrell Brantley. If you're thinking we're saying Darrell, we're saying Darrell.
You may remember Jarrell from the Breakers. It was incredible a couple of years ago as they made their run to the playoffs in Game 5 against the Sydney Kings. And a couple of days later, he's playing for the Utah Jazz. It's in the DNA for the Brantleys. He's just done a bit of everything tonight. As we said at the start of this ball game, just lets the game come to him. There's everything that his squad needs him to do. Right now, he's got 7 boards, 8 assists. Real silent assassin sitting on 4 or 5 from the field. Lethan Muhammad set himself 8 points. Just 4 of 10 shooting right now. He won't be happy with that. Missed a couple gimmies that he'd be used to making, but he's got those 4 assists as well. And Ethan Rusbash sitting on 14 points and 4 or 5 from deep.
Yeah, what I like about Brantley is he's so present. And on defense as well, he's always applying pressure, even full court pressure at some point.
What's the luxury that they have with the squad? They got a deep bench. As we said, Isaac Davidson's playing big minutes right now. He's sitting on 14 minutes, but DKP sitting on the bench. Isaac Davison comes off the bench. Julio Lasamiate comes off the bench. It's a luxury to have to allow that starting 5 to really apply the pressure and catch a quick breather when they need to.
Don't forget as well, this is inclusive round where they're embracing diversity in basketball last week and this week. So two rounds of inclusivity. And the Bulls had their inclusive round activity last Sunday. They hosted 2 unified 3x3 games at halftime. And the Bulls had that great win over the Jets. The players were from the Franklin Basketball and Special Olympics counties. So great to see them embracing everyone. Absolutely love that. Everyone needs to get inclusive of these uniforms that the Otago Nuggets have. No one really wanted that rebound there. Fell on the hands. Potential. Just looking at the options at the moment, right there in the middle was the big man and Jack Andrew, and he couldn't convert. Lawrence also can't put that ball in the basket either, and an intercept coming from Henshaw. Goodness me, it's all happening here. And then in the end, we get a slam dunk. Parsley just doesn't quit on the play. It was sloppy, but it played out for the Otago Nuggets, and they chip back into this lead. It's a 7-point ball game right now. Barnsley, two-hand slam. Barnsley was good in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game too. He was just an energizer bunny all over the court. I think he'll bring that same energy here. And bringing the heat as that man right there, Timmons. Those two so used to playing with each other with the Otago Nuggets for years now. And Sammy Timmons puts that right up. The option shutting down there for Bardsley. Henshaw looking for an option there. Now it's 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Kicks it out wide. This one had to fly. And that one was tough. Darcy Knox had a really nice look, just bouncing in around that rim. So 5 seconds left in the second quarter. Puts it up. Money ball. What a way to end that second quarter. And he's a bucket. And I like them not calling the player timeout. A lot of the times I feel like you feel forced that you have to call the player timeout, but it allows them to set up the defense. You back yourself, you're a certified scorer. He has been doing that all season long. Got to his spot, and he makes them pay. Halftime here at the Stockyard in Pukekohe, and it is the home team, the Franklin Bulls, leading the night and day Otago Nuggets by 52 points to 41. Taylor Johnson and Brooke Briscoe with the halftime score, 52-41 to the Franklin Bulls. And Brooke, what did you make of that first half?
Franklin Bulls just did their thing. They had a chance to really blow it out as well. Otago Nuggets did a good job in their last 3 minutes just to fight back and just chip into the lead. But sitting right on their average right now, the Franklin Bulls, I think they left a couple out there. You've got to be happy with 52 points and a half, with 29 in that first quarter. And it was strength by numbers. It was done by a committee. Take a look right here, 3 guys in double digits. Ethan Rusbat shot the lights out from behind the arc. Darrell Brantley was everywhere. And Muhammad didn't really get going by his standards. Still have 10, shooting 5 of 11 from deep. And on the other side, it's a 2-man show. It's Lawrence and Ben Henshaw. And you see them with the rebounds as well. If the Franklin Bulls can slow them down in any way, shape, or form, they're going to blow this lead out. You're going to have to make somebody else beat them, but they have the ball in their hands a lot. Extremely capable shooters. They're extremely capable scorers. And it's a tough and it's a tall order to stop them, but they can slow them down and just chip away at their legs over this next quarter and then into the fourth. It's going to be tough for the Nuggets to get back into this ball game, but if you're a scorer and you're a shooter and you see it go through a little bit and you find that groove and you can get into that space, all hell can break out for this Bulls squad if the Nuggets really get going with those two.
Insightful stats from our Chemist Warehouse official stats partner. And if you're the Otago Nuggets, what do you need to do to shut down that Bulls team? Because as you said, it's an even spread of scorers. You know, everyone is dangerous.
Well, they're getting a lot of their stuff out in transition, and it starts on the defensive end. They're putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers. So you really need to slow it down when you can. If you can't get out and run, take your looks, take your opportunities, get the easy looks that you can. But if you can slow it down, get to the free throw line, allow your defense to set up, unforced turnover is going to kill you. So look after the ball and protect it like it is your brand new wife. I mean, wife at any time, not just like brand new, like any time, but like, you know what I'm saying.
It's a weird one to make. But anyway, we'll
take
think
brand
about
new out
that
as wife.
Well, the halftime score here is 52-41. The Bulls leading. After this game, only one person or one team will remain undefeated. Will it be the Bulls or will it be the Nuggets? Find out after this.
Just a brand new car.
Welcome back to Pukekohe, where it is the Franklin Bulls leading the night and day Otago Nuggets 52 points to 41. And it's been an interesting first half with some people standing out for the Franklin Bulls. Russ back, one of them, he's shut the lights out, as Roscoe likes to say. And we take a look here at the head-to-head. People still heavily favouring the Bulls, and you can see why.
Yeah, they played well in that first half. Coach will never be 100% happy with the half, and probably 17 really good minutes there from the Franklin Bulls. Was that last three that allowed the Nuggets to get back in it, and it was just stops on the defensive end from the Otago Nuggets, but didn't blow out the ball game. Allowed them to stay in this. When you have Kamani Lawrence and Ben Henshaw on your squad, you're always in a game. But for me, Darko Kelly, he doesn't have to fill it up, but he doesn't have to go out there and have 20 in this half, but he needs to get more than 4 shots up. He's got 4 assists at the moment, 4 turnovers that are hurting him right now, but he just needs to get more than 4 shots up in this half as well.
The Bulls are sitting at 57% from the field, and the Nuggets at 47%. So it's not for the lack of accuracy or shooting from the Nuggets end, it's more so they're just not getting enough stops. As you say, the defense needs to be a bit better.
They're both teams are shooting at such a high clip. It's the 3-point percentage that is hurting the Nuggets right now, but Ben Henshaw, that key shooter for them. And outside of that, they're real snipers, if you will, but on the other end, 4 or 7 from deep, and all 4 of those came from one man. So one man can fill it up, and Ethan Rusbatch did that in a bunch, and he did it quickly too. But what he did was, you always have to respect him. You always have to stay close to home. But when someone's shooting at such a clip from behind the arc in the ball game, you know exactly where they are, and you have to stay at home. And that allows Luther Muhammad, that allows Josh Scott to get into the paint, to cook, to have a dance by themselves.
The Otago Nuggets definitely not out of this one by any means. Remember, they had that great win against the Saints. The Saints were leading for the majority of that match, and they ended up winning 105-98 last round, and they'll take confidence of that one. They know how to come back and win games.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different when it's on the road. You can grab one of these and you can snatch one of these road wins from behind against the top of the table. I mean, it's the top of the table clash, but it's one of those wins that can really set you up for the season if the Nuggets can go out and do it. You're on the road, you're down, you're missing your PG and Ty Webster tonight. If you can go out and get a road win like this, boost morale, keep this momentum rolling. Sometimes it's not the easiest way of getting it done because it's been sloppy for them, turning the ball over a bunch, but if you can scrap and claw your way to a win, confidence you can build from that for your season can do wonders.
The Nuggets with wins over the Sharks, Jets and Saints, and the Bulls, well, 3 wins as well over the Giants, Rams and the Jets. Still very early on in the season, and it just goes to show how close this competition is, where we're getting to round 4 and there's only 2 undefeated teams left, and it's these 2 here.
Yeah, and someone's O has to go tonight, and Franklin Bulls look good in that first half, dropping 52.
Let's see what was in those halftime oranges, and whether it's enough to get the Nuggets back up in the lead. So the Nuggets in that beautiful sky blue. Henshaw going up, getting that lovely pass into Lawrence, and he gets fouled too, so he'll take a trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe in just under 20 seconds.
He just doesn't fall asleep on the play. Ben Henshaw is so aggressive, draws so much attention. Ethan Rusbatch did a pretty good job. I think it was Ethan Rusbatch on him. And he just cut behind. Excuse me, Muhammad did a pretty good job of him. Rusbatch just fell asleep there at the last second, picked up the foul on the back cut. And Kamani Lawrence isn't going to kill you from deep. He's done all of his work in the paint, rebounding, and at the free throw line. So you can't fall asleep on him, of all people, on the back cut.
24 points per game he's averaging, which is 7th in the league, so he does know how to find the bucket. But as you say, most of it's been in the paint. He's shooting from up close. We're not getting any stops on him. As Scott, the new man for the Bulls, decides to go the direct route, kicks it out to Brantley. And gets it over to Muhammad. He's calling Brantley to set the screen. Goes for the deep too. Oh, rolls around the rim. And Henshaw is the one with the rebound.
And he's done that all year long. When you average close to 30, you can't really argue with the contested 2. As those 2 go back to work, it's the 2-man show for the Nuggets. You just need to slow those 2 down. I would almost go a boxing one-on-one of them.
Well,
Or a triangle and two. It's just know where they are at all times. Just completely deny those two the ball.
They're working effortlessly in tandem, right? They've got a really good connection. They're always looking for each other. They're not afraid to unselfishly pass. But at the same time, Lawrence and Henschel know how to get themselves into space.
I think it would be worth just completely looking at denying them, full fronting them, complete denial of the ball. Let the other three go to work and try and kill you.
Josh Scott. First successful one. This attempt at the free throw line. We make it 2 from 2. Shorthand. So extending that lead again. And as I say, the Franklin Bulls trying to pull away, but just can't get completely clear of this Nuggets team. Darko Kelly hasn't had too many points in this game. Neither has Jack Andrew. He's got ball in hand. Darko Kelly back to Jack Andrew. Pressure being applied. It's 3-on-1 under there. He gets the foul too.
That's what I would do. It gets late in the shot clock. There's a complete full denial there from Muhammad on Henschel out of the corner. And you make Jack Andrew and Darko Kelly make a decision late.
Late decision as well with the inbound. He was running out of options. Lawrence, again, just trying to find a way past that black defensive wall. Hit the Bulls uniform. Timmons there. Just tidying up, and Brantley's going to go just right around Andrew. Just swerve the hips. It was too easy.
Hit him with the hezzy. And that's when they're dangerous. They get the stop down one end, they push the pace. Brantley knew he had the foot speed. Got to his favorite hand. Easy bucket.
Henschel unable to bank that three.
And fell asleep though. They're getting lucky. You just can't leave Ben Henschel that wide open.
He's had quite a few open looks now that haven't gone down. Scott faked. Rusbatch. He had all sorts of heat in that first half. Step back, and that one was tipped as well. Great defense coming in from the Franklin Bulls. Brantley decides to go quickly with the big hero step. And he leaves it on the rim too. So the Nuggets through Knox. Back to Andrew. Henschel has really been carrying the Lions' work today. Low pass to Darko Kelly. Goes up under. And Jack Andrew with the easy finish.
It's a good look. That eyes in the back of his head. Found his big man. Franklin Bulls didn't see that one coming. I didn't either. And the easy two for Jack Andrew.
So Josh Scott, the new man for the Franklin Bulls, just testing the defense out here of the Nuggets. Goes from the 2-point line and banks it.
Oh, I've been impressed with him. Hasn't forced the issue. Does a great job of getting into the paint. He's trying to find his shooters all game long. And doesn't have a bunch of assists. Sitting on 2 assists right now, but it's hockey assists.
Henschel gets it to Lawrence. Lawrence again goes up. Won't be denied. So will be denied this time. Brantley gets it to Scott. No one on him. Muhammad for 3. First 3 of the quarter.
Comes back to that man right there. Unselfish play from the PG. Knows who the second leading scorer is in the game. I know this squad is going to love playing with him. Just an unselfish player.
Lawrence looking for the up and under. Doesn't get it, but will go to the Chemist Warehouse free throw line. Brantley just getting the foul.
Just caught him napping there for a second. But we see it right there. Unselfish play. Corner pocket. Luther Muhammad. You cannot give him that much space, that much time. He is going to make you pay him. We worked it back out to 14. Just fell asleep there and commanding Lawrence saw it. Quick rip baseline. Gets back to the free throw line.
There's been moments with the Nuggets, they fight back, they get themselves within 7 or 6, and then the Franklin Bulls, they go on another scoring run. They just need to stop the flow.
And it can be exhausting as well. You trip back into a lead.
And we were just talking about this before, but it is very loud at the Franklin Bulls Leisure Centre, so those screams are echoing double time in his ears.
They pay good money to be here. Let them know.
And he's 0 from 2 in that trip, which is rare for Lawrence. Franklin Bulls now through Muhammad. He steps back for the mid-range jump shot. Can't get it. It's in the hands of Darko Kelly. But look at all the Franklin Bulls defenders right there. No opportunity for quick points because they're getting back.
I know it was a missed shot, but Darko Kelly has to be a part of this ball game. You have to make sure that he's there or thereabouts and just make the defense stay honest. Even though it came up short, at least you know that the shot is potentially going to go up.
Well, you're right, because Kamani Lawrence has 20 points, Ben Henshaw 15. The next person, Jack Andrew, only with 2. So they're not marking him as much as they should. And they're double teaming the likes of Lawrence and Henshaw. As it just opens up cleanly.
There are a lot of things that are catfish online, but his game ain't one of them. As they silence it, but rips baseline. And comes up with the two-hand jab. He is athletic with it.
Some lovely footwork being shown there as well. Muhammad for the 3, couldn't get that rust batch. Can he add to his tally? No, Muhammad's going to have a second go at it. And again, misfires.
Live with the look though. Live with him getting up wide open threes.
Lawrence spins around, puts it up. That's a nice finish.
Doing a good job right now. Weathering the storm. Just putting plaster on the bleeding every now and then. As Muhammad gets back to the line.
11 points of difference. Again, this Franklin Bulls team really commanding this game. It just feels like the Nuggets are just hanging in there.
Just doing enough. Sometimes that's all it is. You just have to do enough until it's close enough. It's an 11-point ball game right now. They're getting lucky on some of the shots that they're giving up. Muhammad's missed 3 wide open threes, and you're playing with fire if you're going to give them that much space. But they're doing enough at the moment to just stay in this ball game. And like I said, sometimes that's just enough. And if you can get Ben Henshaw and Kamani Lawrence and give them a little bit of time to get going in that fourth quarter, if it's in arm's distance, you always worry if you're part of this Franklin Bulls squad.
Muhammad averaging 29.67 points per game, second in the league. He knows how to find his way to the basket. And Darko Kelly trying to offer up something, goes hard to the rim, and it ends up falling for him. And he needed that.
Like the take, good aggressive take. He's a strong, athletic body. You can see that more. Muhammad goes down the other end, does the exact same thing. Says anything you can do, I can do just as well.
Well, in transition, they need to get back on defense, don't they? Darko Kelly for 3. Good rebound coming in from Muhammad. Trying to apply some pressure is Henshaw. Again, just pulls up for that jump shot. Henshaw with the rebound. Wide open here, just a little easy put in.
Just
no
fell
big
asleep.
slam. No big slam for us.
Fell asleep on the play. It's hard to find everybody in transition defense. Darko Kelly with a quick couple buckets. Once again, just keeping them in this ball game. Just
in the past few minutes, Luther Muhammad has overtaken Ethan Rusbatch with 17 points now in the game. Rusbatch is on fire in that first half. Hasn't had too many shots in this third quarter as Timmins, again, someone else who's been relatively quiet. Lawrence with a strong defense, and he takes that ball out. Good defense by Lawrence.
Good defense. You're absolutely right. And the Nuggets bench are loving that as well. Starts on the defensive end, moves his feet. Like that no call, got the ball. Ben Henshaw saw it too. He said, that's out of bounds there, Mr. Referee. We're going down the other way.
Checking into the game now is Halasiale Maile. And someone who had big minutes in that Sky Broadband Rapid League game. He's got the job of marking Lawrence. Lawrence goes around the edge. He's fighting hard for the offensive rebound with the Nuggets. Davidson's on the ground fighting for it. Lawrence trying to hassle him. Won't get there. Lawrence takes a trip as well. Davidson plants for 3. Bounces hard off the rim. Our Energizer Bunny, Matthew Bardsley, back onto the court. Kicks it out to Darko Kelly. The Nuggets have gone to their bench. Oh, lovely look coming in. Just couldn't get the finish, but he will go to the Chemist Warehouse strike.
It's a good look. Good ball movement. Unselfish play there from Henshaw. I know he wanted to let that bad boy fly. So Barnsley parked up right under the rim. Just did enough to force him to miss that shot, but pick up the foul. He thought he had the easy bucket there and potential chance at an and one, which are really chipped into this lead. Now you have to go earn it at the line, but good look there from Henshaw. I like the unselfish play. Just hanging around like a bad ex right now.
I can't with you tonight, Brooks. But not speaking from experience, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
So the Franklin Bulls, with that 10-point lead, still managing just to keep their distance from this Nuggets team and applying pressure. A bit too much and too ambitious was Darcy Knox. Be careful before they get into the bonus. They don't want to give this team with any points, or should I say chances, get points.
Just not a smart foul there in the bonus. Let's see how quick. Oh, excuse me. Other way around. I take that back.
Not quite in the bonus, but close to it. Scott inbounds to Davidson. Well, everyone just left him there. And here comes the block from Lawrence.
Scrumptious looking block right there. As we see Henshaw do enough to just make him hesitate from the weak side. Wasn't a weak block though.
Rusbatch on the edge. Here goes Scott. Rusbatch offering to his right-hand side as well. Scott goes on his own. Rebound from Jack Andrew.
Good contest there from Darcy Knox.
Darko Kelly unselfishly gives the ball to Lawrence, and Lawrence now on 24 points in this game. Still a quarter to come.
Dribble penetration, killing them right there. Deep into the paint, wide open.
Miley, one-on-one with Lawrence, and tough finish from Miley.
Comes into this ball game, makes his presence felt. He's being given the almost impossible task right now of marking Marnie Lawrence down the other end as Henshaw puts up the three. Good D there from Scott. And one and done opportunity to go in the other end. Davison pushes the pace.
Foul again against the Otago Nuggets.
Thought he might have got away with a bit of a push off there. Kind of extended that arm on Davidson. Henshaw didn't say anything. You see the contact. There's a lot of contact down there, but Davidson does enough to get back to the free throw line.
The first quarter was very physical, and it's slowed down a little bit now. And Davidson couldn't get that one, so it's a 10-point lead still.
Shot pretty well from the free throw line tonight. It's 9-12 from the line for the Bulls.
11 points, the difference. Lovely bounce pass to Lawrence, double team. Henshaw out on the edge. Again, has just been off with his radar. He's had so many good looks. If he'd capitalized on all of them, the Nuggets would be in the lead right now. How's that from Scott?
He's in his bag tonight.
Quick and nimble.
And I like how he's worked his way into this ball game. Just in terms of his first game, trying to work out his team, trying to show off to the team what he is capable of doing. And to me, he seems like an impressive pickup for this Franklin Bulls team, and he is going to help them go from strength to strength. The more he finds his rhythm with the team, the more he finds his groove with the team. Who likes what where, and the team learns how he can play.
The Bulls co-founder Jamie Reddish said earlier in the week that the players feed on his quickness and his vision, and he's what they've been looking for. I'm really excited, and they think he's going to slot in nicely, and he's doing exactly that tonight. Doesn't look like a fish out of water.
No, he doesn't. He can get up and fly too. We saw that.
Got quick footwork as well. When he wants to go quick. Darko Kelly adding to his points tally. He's now at 11. You asked for him to pick up his points. He's done that in this third quarter. Still 12-point lead, though, to the Franklin Bulls. I think they went too early.
They jumped the gun there.
So he'll get another attempt here, Darko Kelly, to try and cut it down to 11. And we'll do just that. Miley inbounds. Scott bringing the ball up the court. Miley does a good screen to stop the defense on Scott. That's Mohammed now with ball in hand. With Mohammed, top point scorer for the Bulls at the moment. Coming in, Miley has been impressive since coming off the pine. Fighting hard for that rebound. Timmons just up and under. Soft finish too.
And it's all from Miley, you're absolutely right. Down one end. Let's begin with the task of trying to slow down Kamani Lawrence, which is seemed like a tough thing to do. Doesn't matter who's marking him tonight or all season long. And then down the other end, second chance opportunities, and he's managed to pull it up a little bit as well.
Mohammed pops that pass over to Timmons. Plenty of blue jerseys around them inside the paint. Decides to go the hardest route. And how about the flex?
He's probably a little bit more added incentive going against his old mate and Jack Andrew down there. And just a little bragging rights, but extend the lead out to 15.
Feeding off the crowd too. The crowd is getting up and behind as they let a three-point fly. And again, it's just really struggling to find his radar at the moment as Henshaw. Good couple threes. And again, this man is going to go to the Chemist Warehouse line, and this is what the Nuggets do not need.
We talked about it. Get their stop down one end, push it and run, and we see big Sammy Timmons there. Through all the contact. He loves it.
Henshaw is 2 from 10 from downtown. He's had really nice looks as well. Just hasn't been able to capitalize.
And he's been asked to do a lot. He takes it out of you. I know he's young, but just takes it out of your legs. I love Sammy Timmons tonight. Just going about his business, playing against his old team, and it's always a little bit sweeter when you play your old team, and you can tell tonight. And he is loving this one, and he is geared up for it. Sitting on 12 points right now, 6 boards. The one that gets me is he's got the 4 steals, and that's just on reads. He's contesting late, and then falling back into the pocket, and he's picked up a few of those late passes.
The biggest lead of the game at the moment, 17 points. The Nuggets really need to score here. There's 10 seconds left on the game clock. Shot clock's about 3 seconds slower than that. And again, they can't convert. This is going to cost them 2 seconds left. Russ Batch from deep. Slay!
The rush back from deep to close out the quarter. Big 3 to wrap it up. From deep, contested. I thought he had Sammy Timmons. He said, don't you worry about that, big fella. Hits the 3 to close out the quarter.
Things just got from bad to worse for the Nuggets with that shot right there from Russ Batch. He'd been quiet that whole quarter, and he comes up with a huge play. So it is the Franklin Bulls' biggest lead of the night, 81 points to 61 over the Otago Nuggets. Welcome back to your Sal's NBL fixture on a Thursday evening here in New Zealand. Welcome into everyone watching here and around the world. It is 81 points to 61. The Franklin Bulls leading the Otago Night and Day Nuggets. And fighting for that ball there are the Otago Nuggets, and that's what they need to do in this quarter, isn't it, Brock? They need to fight.
Perfect start. Starts with a turnover, starts in the defensive end, but Franklin Bulls look like they're out here to make a statement tonight. Ethan Rusbatch closed out their quarter with a big three. But it's a big couple minutes right here for the Otago Nuggets.
They need to get some stops into that full-court zone, and well, that one just bounced off the rim. So this is fortuitous here for the Nuggets if they can convert. That's the issue.
He is a scorer. Heard the whistle, got it up quickly, was a little late. Definitely wasn't a shooting foul, but just the idea of hearing the whistle and throwing it up, you know that he is built to be a scorer.
Henshaw, so impressive. Big year for him in February. He made his debut for the Australian Boomers. And with the Perth Wildcats, played 16 games for them this season as they get the offensive rebound. Can't get the finish though. Timmins. Oh, I think that's an incorrect call. It's the Nuggets that were on the goal.
It's either that or he is a great actor and he's about to win an Oscar.
Goaltending? Is that what they're getting him for?
I hope he did it. Oh, I wanted him to win an Oscar on that.
Fair court argue.
Right call in the end. Sam Timmins done a good job just protecting home base. He's been a big body, made it tough. He hasn't got a bunch of blocks, but there's forced tough shots.
Timmins out on the edge, looking for the pick and roll, doesn't get it. Muhammad, deep two, gets it in the end. To Timmins, and there's a foul in there.
Paul Duncan Kelly did a pretty good job of trying to get it around. He's got those long arms, but must have done it low. He took Sam Timmins at the hip, picks up the foul. The ball stays down with Franklin Bulls. So far, still a well-rounded performance from this Franklin Bulls team. All starters are in double digits. Muhammad sitting on 19 with the most. DKP picks up his first bucket of the game.
Lawrence brings that ball up, trying to show some footwork, but look at all the black jerseys in there. Everyone kind of standing outside the arc and just tripping there with the Otago Nuggets. Scott with the finish.
He's tough. He is going to be a problem and cause headaches in the league this year for coaches and players. Just seems like he lets the game come to him. Hasn't forced the issue. Like I said before, he's got deep into the paint. He's only sitting on the 4 assists, but easily could have more as the hockey assist as well. He has done an incredible job. Great pickup. He's only taken the 5 shots. He's made 4 of them. He's got to the free throw line 4 times. He's converted every time he's got there. He has been an incredible pickup at first glance, because you always have to do the eye test, but the eye test looks good so far and a perfect fit for this Franklin Bulls team.
Large cheese pizza, $25. Scan the QR code, order one. Almost as cheesy as your one-liners tonight, bro.
Find the spark.
Official stats partner of the Sal's NBL, Chemist Warehouse. When we take a look at the stats, the biggest thing that is hurting this Otago team is their accuracy from the three-point line. They're 4 from 21. Only shooting at 19%. Their overall field goal percentage is pretty good, 43%. They sit second in the league when it comes to that, but the Franklin Bulls, they've been accurate 55% at the moment.
That's why they're sitting at the top of the table. And looking to make, like I said before, a statement to the rest of the league with this ball game tonight. Up 22, looking to blow it out.
Henshaw with the big Euro step around, and that was nice.
It's the second time now. Dusty Knox slipped a couple plays earlier on the same spot. He brought out the towels.
It's getting hot and sweaty in there. It's been definitely a hard game for everyone in there, and it gets super hot inside that stockyard. And Franklin Pukekohe, you can see they're hard working.
Where they're shooting at the moment, they've been shooting the lights out. They've been shooting. They are hot all night. I just can't. Don't want to continue to harp on it, but geez, he has been a perfect fit. There's Josh Scott to this Bull squad, and Pukekohe gets a rocking down there. It's a hard place to come and win.
20 points the lead for the Franklin Bulls. Scott bringing the ball up for Darko Cully, trying to stop him. Brantley, just with that little reverse.
And it's probably the thing that I've noticed in tonight's ball game. There's a key thing that I'd imagine that they highlight is everyone plays their role extremely well. Everyone just does exactly what they need to do. As Darko Kelly hits the three, but whether it's the import, Rusbat shooting three, Sammy Timmins down low. On any given team, any one of these players can average 20 to 25 points, but on this team, if Muhammad gets back to the rim, everyone's just playing their role and doing exactly what they need to do.
Good offensive board as well from Carmen Poto to force a second chance points. Just starting to slip away from this Nuggets team.
Let's stop starting. Let's start this fourth quarter.
Stop starting. Henshaw, again, he just hasn't found his radar in the latter stages of this game, fighting hard for the offensive ball. Where the Nuggets, that's good work. They're never giving out that don't die attitude.
Love the hustle, but they got away with the backcourt play there.
We were so impressed with the work of the rebound that everyone forgot the general rule. Muhammad to Brantley. Scott. Again, good ball movement. Rusbatch. That time, rolled around the rim. And Carmen Porter will pick up a foul on Lawrence.
Still not too late. It's going to be a tough ask to fight back into this ball game, but crazy things have happened in the game of basketball.
100%. And at this very ground, we've seen massive comebacks. The Hawks and the Bulls last year, I think, went to OT, and Rusbatch was wearing Hawks colours.
He was the one that sent it.
Justin Nelson has just messaged me and reminded me that the Nuggets average 101 points per game. That is taking a massive hit here, and it goes to show the defense of this Bulls team has been very strong.
It also goes to show what else not having Ty Webster out there can do as well. Same thing, draws eyes. He's the starting point guard for the Tall Blacks, so you know exactly what he can do on the defensive end. Quite often takes the task of marking the best player on the other end. So it's not just on the offensive end, it's on the defensive end as well. It's hard to replace Ty Webster. This is the best possible thing right now. 6 minutes 14 to go in this ball game. Like I said before, that's a big ask to come back and fight from this, but they're in the bonus. Every time they get fouled, they're going to the free throw line. It's stopping the clock. Now, once you get down here, you just have to make sure that you convert. Shooting at 60% right now from the free throw line.
Timeout has been called as well. As I said, it's not impossible, but it's a big fight back. And they need to start forging that now. And they start chipping away. 19 points, the difference. Massive lead. And it's not what we expected from this game. Yes, they are without Ty Webster, but we did expect it to be closer because these teams are right up the top when it comes to scoring.
The Bulls have just done everything they needed to do tonight. I think they played a really good job. And at the same time, I think, and maybe I'm nitpicking here, but from the coaching point of view, it hasn't been perfect. There's a few things that they can work on as well, which is a promising sign if you're part of this Franklin Bulls coaching squad is you've got 87 points right now. You still have 16 minutes and 14 seconds to go. You average 101 points, so you're more than likely to go above your average. You've held the Otago Nuggets to 68, but it hasn't been perfect. There's been patches there where it got sloppy. They didn't get the looks that they liked. 3 or 4 possessions with empty looks. And you still managed to shoot the ball at 53% right there, as we see. So it's a worrying sign for the rest of the league. If the Bulls sharpen up that, it's all of 2, 3, 4, 5%. If they sharpen that up, oof, this is the team to watch out for. And the other thing working for them right now is they're full of experience across the board. You've got tall blacks, you've got imports who have played around the world. And like I said, I think the perfect mix for this team seems to be Josh Scott.
Still got some players to come back to for the hunt. Henshaw was successful with the second attempt. So 18 points. They really need to start cutting into this, but it's really hard when you've got men like that on the floor. They're commanding their team so well. Davidson sets the screen. Now Scott some space, steps back, pulls up. Nuggets with the rebound. They've got to stop. They just need to convert every stop they get, because they've had plenty of stops tonight. They're not going to get that ball back either. In fact, they are.
Well, this game, or this quarter, excuse me, just hasn't seen 3 or 4 possessions when the ball's gone up and down and up and down. It's been a foul call, there's been a turnover that's gone out of bounds. That play right there is staying the same way, but we see hands on the ball. This fourth quarter just hasn't lived up to or matched what we saw in terms of fluidity in those first 3 quarters.
Took the words right out of my mouth there. You're so right, it's just not as fluid. The game's not flowing as much as it did before. This lead is still wide for the Bulls, and they just couldn't convert that 3 out on the edge too. As I mentioned, they're getting the stops, but they're just not converting at the other end. Scott gives it to Rusbatch, gets the offload back. Davidson, someone else who is really good outside the arc. Rusbatch for another 3, can't get there, but Timmins with the offensive rebound. All 5 players are around Timmins, and he scored that. He had no right.
It was like they were looking for an RSVP down there. They return our calls. Everybody's down here. But a good job from Sam Timmins, just a big body. He finishes the 2, and they get a stop, and it's a 20-point ball game again.
I mean, you look at that, he literally had everyone on him.
Return my call, return my call.
5 people around him.
And he loves it. I love that he's showing the emotion against his old team. And for the Otago Nuggets, they're so used to having him on the team. He's the big body. He was the line of defense at the back. He was tightening up all the rebounds. To not have him this year, it's a new identity to lose what has been captain in their skip for the last few years.
Davidson gets it back into Brantley. And he gets the whistle as well with the flex. And that's also been a difference today too, is that everyone that's come off from the bench for this Bulls team has added something. We saw Miley beforehand. Davidson has come on, and obviously he's not it's not like he's a fresh starter, right? But he's come off the bench this time, and he's provided impact, and it's been the difference for them tonight.
He's played big minutes as well. Something above 20 minutes. Not from what he's used to in years past, where it's so close to that, 27 to 30 minutes a night, but accepted his role, and to me, playing his role really well.
Brantley gets it to 90 points for the Franklin Bulls now. Make that 91, so huge lead here for the Bulls, their biggest of the evening. Lawrence gets it out to Knox. Fires the overhead pass. And Davidson, again, he's just diving on that ball. Every time there's a free ball on the ground, he's there on it.
And the foul call there on Ben Henshaw. And maybe the turnover just comes from tired legs, as you see. Catch he would normally make. I don't know how that foul there was scored on Ben Henshaw. I have absolutely no idea. But he picks up the foul. If anything, I would have thought it was the other way around. It's a dive for the ball. And Isaac Davison just made a play on the ball. I would have thought that was a no call, but if there was a foul going anyway, I would have thought that was on Davison.
If I opened up an encyclopedia and looked at the word foul, I don't think I would have seen that.
But it stems from another turnover for the Otago Nuggets, and just chipping away right now, this Bull squad. Just chip by chip. And filling it up.
Muhammad gets it to Brantley. And Brantley gets up high. We've got the offensive rebound again, this Franklin Bulls team. Davison. Oh, what a mid-range jump shot coming in from Davidson.
And just not giving up on the play. Second chance opportunities. Gets back to his money spot. Doesn't miss much on that mid-range. And he's in just under, double digits now as well, 9.
Lawrence getting hassled on defense, and that has been a hallmark for this Bulls team. It just loses the handles though there.
And they've done what we talked about in their second and third quarter, is just make Henshaw and Kamani Lawrence see bodies. Make somebody else beat you. Just wear out those legs one by one.
A lot of movement in there from the Bulls. Russ Batch. Defensive pressure applied. Muhammad just takes it back a bit, looks at the options. Russ Batch is there. 2-on-1. Muhammad, no regard for his body whatsoever. Throws that ball up. Takes the dive back. Russ Batch with a little floater. Can't get that one to go down either.
And that's where Muhammad just needs to look out. It's a tough shot. And we know what he can do and what he's capable of, but forced the issue on that one. Didn't need to.
Henshaw, again, it's just so unfortunate for him tonight. He's done something to those rims because they are not agreeing with him today.
But looks you'll live with if you're part of the Nuggets and the Nuggets squad.
Muhammad gets the whistle. He gets helped up too by his little support crew down there. Enjoying their Thursday night at the basketball in Pukekohe.
School holidays. No school tomorrow, so late night tonight.
And what a performance their home team has put on for them as well. Muhammad, you can see there, yep, clear foul. Diving into the advertising hoardings. A good crowd too for a Thursday night. Muhammad to inch his Bulls team closer to 100. 95-69, and Franklin Bulls really starting to run away with it. They've made some changes too. Lil Songiape onto the court. Good defensive pressure again being applied. Kalman Puto takes a swing at it. Around everyone out on the edge there. Freeman couldn't get there, and they will get the foul, but look, they've gone to their bench now, this Otago Nuggets team. They're giving their bench men some good minutes.
Yeah, both teams have as well, and I can't imagine that Muhammad and Brantley will be out there for too much longer, as we see the sub rolling through now, and it might be the it's coming up for DKP. I can't imagine that the other two imports are going to be out there for much longer.
Well, the Tower Boys putting in the hard work tonight. "26 points, the lead for the Franklin Bulls, and as we said, they have started to put on their bench to give Rapid League players some good minutes. Liam Davis onto the court, averages 9 points per game in the Rapid League. He's 100% from the free throw line. Has knocks that one down.
And it's not worrying signs, or I wouldn't imagine it's worrying signs right now for the Otago Nuggets when I talk about the season, because you're missing your backcourt. I know we've talked about Ty Webster all night, but the other person we haven't talked about at all is Dante Russo-Nance.
Yes.
As you see Drew Wasongi up there, go to work and get to his Jimmy to make this one a 27-point ball game, but
Where's Julio?
Okay, I'll get that one on the next one. Dante Russo-Nance has been with the Perth Wildcats as well. From what I heard, before he got injured, he's done his wrist and he's out for a couple more weeks. As Muhammad gets out on the break and finishes the easy one. But from what I heard at Perth Wildcats training, Dante Russo-Nance, after Bryce Cotton, was the guy for about 2 weeks until he did his wrist, like I was saying. So you welcome him back into the mix. They deal with the pressure. They give you 2 more options on the scoring end. They allow Henshaw and Kamani Lawrence to find their legs, or not find their legs, but not lose their legs as quickly as we see Trulio have to dance. So you don't want to lose any games. There's no denying that. You don't want to lose them on the road, but I don't think this is the biggest worry in the world for the Otago Nuggets in terms of the season with what they have coming back into the squad.
Absolutely. We are only in round 4 of the South NBL. We have a lot of basketball to be played over the next few months.
So if you're a fan of this Nugget squad, it's not alarm bells. It's one game in a long season. But I would say with what you guys still have to come in the backcourt.
Well, they've got a week to rest. They play the Canterbury Rams next, back at home. And then play them again. So they go back to back against the Rams. Love when that happens. So they play them on Thursday, the 25th of April, on Anzac Day, Anzac Clash, and then they play them again on Thursday, May 2nd, this time in Canterbury.
Yeah, I think there's a chance that Dante Russo-Nance could be there in their second game in Canterbury. The earlier you can get him back, the more it's going to help you in this squad. So
big game though on Wednesday for the Franklin Bulls. They go across the North Shore and play the Tuatara. I'll be tuning into that one. Hopefully Justin Nelson will get me some courtside seats.
Oof, you and me both.
$29 points, a big lead for the Franklin Bulls. Now it's time to get their bench players out there. Look at that steal from Muhammad. The Otago Nuggets just do not have an answer for that man.
And 25, so getting close to his average tonight. I'm surprised that he's still out there with 2 minutes to go. But every point counts in this league.
Freeman wide open look for 3. Unable to get there. He played well in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game, and they will come away with a win in that game. They did get... No, they didn't. The Bulls. It's a long night.
No, the Nuggets won that one.
Oh, the Nuggets did win it. Yeah, you looked at me funny, and then I shouted myself. So it's not all bad.
Not walking away completely empty-handed as Muhammad comes off for the night. You're just tuning in right now. Franklin's on 101 to 70. It's not a complete whitewash the other way.
Good look out on the left edge for the Franklin Bulls. Getting some decent minutes in the South NBL from a lot of the bench players. Aitchison.
It just comes up short on the 3. Always tough when you play a game before and played rapid, then you sit for the majority of the ball game to find your legs. And you can't fill it up from deep, coming back from injury. That right knee injury that he's been nursing. It's always tough to come back in and kick it from deep.
A lot of heckling coming from the crowd too. Makes it always hard. That's that home court advantage we always talk about. So 101 to 70, the Franklin Bulls dominating. And that man right there, Miley, has been so good this evening. He has come off the bench early on in the game and really hustled for the ball. So less than a minute to play here in this Thursday night clash, and it is the Franklin Bulls who will come away with it, but Freeman gets fouled.
Quick rip from Freeman and just Sawyer's out of position. One dribble on the rim, takes off and finds his way to the free throw line. The crowd gets into this and shows love to the Bull squad as we see Jordan Hunt sitting at the end of the bench. And how do you mix him into the squad? Where do you find him minutes? Where do you find him shots?
Depth is a lovely thing to have in the South NBL. There's a couple of teams that boast the depth that these guys have as well.
Absolutely right, though. It's a headache that you want to have as a coach. And yeah, Jordan Hunt back into the mixer of this Franklin Bulls team. And they just go from strength to strength. Going to be 4-0 on the season.
Crowd are up on their feet. They're proud of the Franklin Bulls this evening. Making it worth their time here in Pukekohe. 103 points to 71 is the correct score here. Good defense, though, coming in from the Nuggets. Caleb Smiler. Freeman now with ball in hand will go himself. He had 3 players on him. Open 3, out on the edge, can't bank it. Milet with the rebound, 18 seconds left to play. Good block again at Smiler. 2 big defensive plays. Make that 3 for the Nuggets. Under the legs pass. That's going on the highlight show on Tuesday.
No. It caused the player timeout as well. Smart play. They called the player timeout, but the spike.
He was playing NFL there.
He was indeed. It'll make Jason Kelsey proud with that one there.
So if you're just tuning in, it is 105-71 to the Franklin Bulls.
And I like how they've gone about it. They didn't blow it out at any one point. It was a steady dose of just chipping away at this Otago Nuggets squad. And brick by brick, they added to this lead. And they dealt with the storm that came a couple times from the Otago Nuggets. I like how they went about their business tonight and got a big win.
So that is it here in the Thursday evening game in the South NBL, and it is the Franklin Bulls with a 105-70 win over the Otago Nuggets in that top of the table clash. So it will be the Franklin Bulls who carry the title of the only undefeated team as we enter the second game of round 4 in the South NBL. And like Bob Rusco said, it's not alarm bells by any means for the Otago Nuggets, but this is such a pretty sight, isn't it? All 5 of those players in more than 10 points. That's an even spread.
It's a pretty sight if you're a Franklin Bulls fan. Muhammad did his thing late in that ball game. Ended up on 25. Ethan Rusbatch did the majority of his work in that first quarter, in that first half. He had 14 at the half, ended up on 17 with that big 3. But you're right, it was just done by committee on one side. And Ben Henshaw and Kamani Lawrence, you have to tip your hat to them. And you can't say enough about what they put forth for this team tonight. Wasn't enough. Henshaw had the 7 assists. Didn't fill it up how we have seen him on the year, but still did his job in other places. But Josh Scott, he welcomed himself into this Franklin Bulls team in a big way. And I think he showed off what he can do. And I'd be worried if I was another team about to play this Franklin Bulls team, but I'd be pretty happy if I was sitting on their coaching staff to know that Jordan Hunt is waiting in the wings. He's in the building as well. So a big win for them. Looks like business as usual. No one celebrated too much, but I like that. It's just the 4th game, but everybody played their role. It looks like they're learning their role with this squad. Bunch of vets that know it's still very early in the season, but if you want to start a season, you want to start a 4-0, and they look like they're building a bit of a culture down there, and we all know how important culture is with any squad that goes deep into a playoff run.
Franklin Bulls team shot at 53% tonight. They are the only team who have over 50%.
I mean, that helps too. That does not hurt at all.
Don't forget, tomorrow night, the Auckland Tuatara up against the Southland Sharks. The Hawke's Bay Hawks will host the Canterbury Rams, and the Southland Sharks go again against the Whai in Tauranga. Don't forget, there's also games. Another game on Sunday, I believe, as well.
Yep, without a doubt, but another big weekend of basketball action. Southland Sharks have a tough one tomorrow night against their Tuatara squad. It's a big weekend of basketball.
Well, on behalf of the Sky Sport crew, we thank you for joining us this evening. A huge win to the Franklin Bulls, 105 points to 70 over the Otago Nuggets. We will see you tomorrow for all the NZNBL action.